What is going on, my friends? It's time for Chapter 4 analysis and review of Final Fantasy VII Remake. God, that title is just... every time I start the show off, I'm like, it takes like a whole minute just to get past the title of the show. Anyway, it's every chapter of Final Fantasy VII Remake analysis and review right now, and joined with me is the Dragoon King.
Whenever we do these analyses, I just gently grab the spear because it takes forever to get it into.
And because you lost your security deposit earlier
yeah,
this week.
too.
Gotta be gentle.
And then we have the Excalibro, my friend. My friend. Let's push it past the red line. Let's go.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Cool.
Sure.
All right.
Chapter 4. The reason why I keep doing that voice, you know him. It's Roche. All right? It's Roche. One of the best new characters in the Final Fantasy VII Remake trilogy. And that's high praise. It's high praise. We got a lot of great new characters, and that's my opinion here. I don't know about you guys and how you feel, but for me, I love Roche. I think Roche fits in within the Final Fantasy universe, right? Like Final Fantasy VII universe. Like, I feel like he's a character that could have been in the OG. I just feel like this eccentric character. We're also going to talk about how Roche kind of ties in a little bit to the character arc of Cloud. Like, it's all these characters should be here to serve your main character and to help him grow and things like that. So I've tried to do a lot of digging. I feel like Excalibro for sure, because we were talking before the show started, and we might have similar notes. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens.
But I'm always trying to find why, right? Like that's the question I always ask myself as I'm doing this analysis. I'll play a little bit of it and I'll just go, why? I mean, it's not like I don't like, it's not like, I'm like, why am I playing this game? I'm saying, why did they do this in the game? Why are they showing us this? Why are they showing us in this manner? You know what I mean? So it's always the question why, and then I must answer it. So that's how I do my analysis. So why Chapter 4? Why the deviation from the OG for the this is the first chapter that really goes off course. This is the first chapter that Final Fantasy VII Remake decides, hey, the OG storyline, we're changing things up. We got a little tease of that at the end of the last chapter, and that last chapter was when Cloud wasn't invited to the next mission. And things started to get in a little bit like, wait, hold up a second. Hold up. We're not going down the pinball machine into the basement area. We're not doing that. Things are starting to change, and the whispers are getting a little antsy. They're like, whoa, 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 whoa. What are we doing? So why Chapter 4 is my question to you guys to kick this off. Why are we going to Jesse's parents? Why are we going plateside? Why did we meet Roche? So that's a big question that we're going to have to answer throughout the entire show. But what do you think this chapter is trying to tell us, Dragoon King?
Yeah, before that, I'm going to save myself the $2 and let you know that our limit breaks are already limit breaking.
Yeah, we started the show angry. We started the show angry. Well, I feel like that's actually according to the planetologist, that's his job to fix that. So I don't know. Maybe he'll fix it eventually.
I mean, you can leave me like a smidge just because you mentioned him.
Oh.
Wiley, are you muted?
They're actively adjusting right now. That's great. Okay, cool. Good to see him.
Is Wiley muted? Because I've seen him.
I just fixed it.
Yep, right before you said that. I saw the lips flapping, but nothing was happening. Lips flapping, no yapping.
Yeah.
So anyway, what was the question?
I think Wiley's gonna hit limit break today, boys. I think.
Oh.
Ooh.
At the end of the chapter, I think Wiley's gonna hit limit break, bro.
Oh.
For the first
time?
time?
Well, that doesn't keep you tuned in.
What?
It might be one of the only times.
Excalibro? Excalipositive? All the time? Hey. Now? He's gonna break? Stay tuned.
Early into
I'm
the
excited.
Game too. That's
I'm excited to see him
be
break.
broken, boys.
All right. So overall, though, I'm kind of curious what your thoughts are on this chapter, and of course we're going to rank them at the end of this. But let's go ahead and begin, because all those questions I asked you feel like they're pretty important to answer throughout. But I do want that one answer from you guys. What is the chapter trying to tell us? What's something that we should keep in mind as we go through this analysis? Excalibur.
Okay, so there's a few things. So first of all, chapter 4 takes us out of the slums, right back to the top plate. It shows us what Jesse has been fighting for, and it gives us another angle on what we've been fighting against. We get to see Shinra through another lens, through the treatment of Jesse's father. I don't want to go into too much detail because we'll talk about it when we get there. But there's something else that's going on too. And it's this idea that everybody is sort of, how do I want to say this? Orbiting something bigger. And the closer they get to that bigger celestial body, the more likely that gravity is to break them apart. And that we're going to see that with Jesse, we're going to see that with Roche, we're going to see that with Cloud. But I'll just drop that and we'll keep it pushing. What do you got, Lee?
Love that.
Yeah. No, I mean,
Yeah.
Hit me.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Like, this chapter's I know you kind of summarized it pretty well there, but this chapter's one of those ones where I feel like, at least in my lens here, it kind of just, for a very short chapter, it sort of jumps around in what it's telling here. Like, we're kind of just jumping between these, like, quickly, like, moving from, like, one little subset of the story we're dealing with, like you said, with Jesse's father, and we're seeing, like, the impact of Shinra, not just on the slums, like, we're going up now, we're seeing the top side. And then we're moving on to, like, well, before we get to that, we have Roche and the like, motorcycle chase and everything. I don't know. I'm not going to lie. This is one of those chapters that I'm interested to dive into this one, because I don't have this overarching, like, you know, I guess I don't have a theme in mind for this chapter. And I don't know if it's because I've been playing too much Pragmata and my brain was cooked and I didn't have, like, the you know, overall analysis.
Lee is like how I was when I could not stop talking about Expedition 33 a year ago. Now we have Lee just needs to insert Pragmata into every show in some way, which is fine.
I wore a Pragmata shirt last episode.
Dude got the shirt in. I love it.
Yeah.
So you're kind of like Real Gaming Tracks right now, who said to add a cool motorcycle boss, but then I don't know, man.
I don't know. There's a theme, and I'll find it halfway through the video.
Bumblebee. That's cool. Bumblebee. Bumblebee says to humanize Shinra a little bit too. So I think to humanize is definitely up there, but also to, like, that attachment, right? It's all about attachment in this chapter, really trying to let the player grow attached to these characters, let Cloud get attached to the characters, and things like that. I say attachment. I put that in the thumbnail. I said motivations and then setbacks, or in a what did I say? I think I said setbacks or flaws or something like that. But the motivations, what are our motivators, and then what are the things that are kind of holding us back, or holding these characters back? This is kind of what I got from that. We're going to learn a little bit about both sides of that when it comes to each of these characters. Like, so with Biggs being, he's a very worried dude. He's overthinking things. We got Jessie, guilt is weighing her down. And then we find about her father and things like that. So we got motivators and things that hold them back. So let's dive in right now as we start this. Jesse and Cloud, they get to the train station. Biggs and Wedge are there. They bring bikes. And then they guess that Jesse is going to see her parents topside. Neither one of them have parent. What are they? Are they Are they orphans without parents?
They're orphans without parents, bro. So
I wrote that in my notes.
this is a good point to bring up something that's going on that's kind of subtle, right? So Jesse is the only person in Avalanche who still has parents. And that's including Cloud and Tifa, who are kind of half in, half out, right? And everyone else has basically lost everything already. And Jesse hasn't. Not yet. So she still has some promise, still has some hope, right? There's something that she's still actively fighting for. She's not on this revenge kick like almost everybody else. She's hanging on to something. And yeah, well, we're gonna get to that, but it's a good point to point that out because everybody else is an orphan, straight up.
Straight up. And we got, was I talking in my sleep? What else did I say? As she looks right at Cloud. Oh, what are you saying? What are you dreaming about? You know what I mean? And then it's here's to awkward family reunions. Reunions. That was a key word there. I thought was, just had to point that out. Jessie tells Cloud the truth while they're on their way to the plate side. She blames herself. She used a more powerful blasting agent. So she did actually feel like she used a more power. She went a step above what the instructions were calling for, even though we know the truth that Shinra is the one that finished it off and really blew up the reactor. But she did go above and beyond what the instructions were for the blasting agent. Now she wants to use a weaker one this time around. So she needs to loot a Shinra warehouse. And Cloud said, good luck with that. And she's like, we won't need it because you're here. Okay. So now we get the motorcycle chase at this point in the game. This is only chapter 4, right? So in the OG, this, the motorcycle stuff felt like, what the heck am I playing, right? This is great. But then I've made this comparison before. I've made this comparison before in a video where I said Remake parallels I said part 2 or something like that, but Remake parallels the rest of the story. And when you get when you look at it in a very condensed fashion, a lot of those key things start happening early on in the story. And it's just it's kind of crazy. You can watch that whole video, but the motorcycle chase happening, this many hours in is almost paralleling with how many hours it takes to escape Midgard and in the OG and your motorcycle chasing and stuff. But anyways, we get this pretty early on in Remake. What were your thoughts on getting this? Were you surprised? Were you delighted? Or were you like, whoa, what? Why are we doing this now? Or what were your thoughts on the first time you played and now on your replay?
You want to jump in first or should I jump in first, Wiley?
Mine's pretty simple. I saw this in a trailer, so I knew I wasn't surprised by it.
Oh, okay.
That's true. That's true.
The trailer, I was pleasantly surprised to see it in the trailer. Very happy that they added more motorcycle because honestly, man, a dude with a buster sword on a motorcycle.
Come on.
Can you have too much of that, bro?
Hype.
I could have watched if Advent Children was only that. I could have watched it for 2 hours.
You just want Cloud and Fury Road, basically. You just want.
We know.
Mad Max style freaking Final Fantasy 7.
Yes, sir.
I freaking love this, man. I was very hype when this started up, and the music insane. Oh my god, the music was going nuts. This entire chapter, honestly, has some great music. But yeah, so honestly, as real gaming.
Honestly, my opinion's sort of in the same boat. I didn't see it in the trailer though. I did not watch this trailer. I don't even know what the trailer for Remake is because I never watched it.
Reaction video, that'll do numbers. Let's do it.
Oh yeah, yeah. How many years later? 6 years, a little late or whatever.
Finally
but
get that
all
reaction
right.
video.
Yeah. Holy crap! No way! They got a motorcycle scene with Jesse. What?
You'll see how much they spoiled.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
I can't wait to watch it. I'm gonna watch it after this show.
Okay.
But anyway, first time playthrough, it cool. Second time playthrough, it cool.
Bro.
It's funny thinking about that. I think that not that I think this, but I wonder like what compelled them to add more of the motorcycle in this? Was it just that they wanted to, you know,
They're
get
like,
more
"Yo,
out of the
yeah, I was
gameplay
gonna
that they
say,
built around
we
it?
worked on this game mechanic. We want to use it more.
Because I know obviously with G-Bike and Rebirth,
Mm-hmm.
they made it as a permanent feature that you can just access as much as you want. So it is cool in this game. They're like, hey man, you're gonna think this is cool. Wait till it comes back later.
See, I think
know?
I think
It's like a
part of the
little
reason they
tease.
might have done it is because, well, it depends on something. So if they planned on taking us to the top plate to see Jesse's parents, and that was like already a story beat, I think you have to take the motorcycle, because you can't just take the train when they're getting ready to take the train. As soon as he gets back from this, you're not going to take the train up, take the train back, take the train back up, you know, like toward Sector 5.
Yeah.
Like, so they
Not
had
to
to
mention-
mix it up somehow. So
Not to mention the trains are, as I understand, still kind of wonky. I mean, they're changing up the schedules like crazy, probably because you know, something happened.
Yeah.
Something happened in the city pretty recently that might have influenced public
What could it be?
transportation. I don't know.
Yeah, so like we get this awesome intro to this, and this is a mad dash, right? And I love this, like how this chapter goes, and we'll get there in a minute. But just worth noting that, like, hey, you can skip this on your replay. You can actually
Yeah, I
skip
thought that
this
was
entire
interesting. I
minigame.
didn't know you
Yeah.
could do that.
Yep.
Uh,
So that makes this chapter a whole lot shorter if you do that. But here we go. All
Which
right.
is what we all did, of course, right? For an analysis, we were just like, yeah, who needs it?
Yeah,
played
just
this,
so
yeah.
actually just skip this entire thing. But
Yeah,
there
so
are-
the analysis really starts at Jesse's house.
yeah. Now there's some fun details here. A lot.
No, there's a lot of-
yeah, we
Yep.
got Roche and everything too. So we got Jesse on the back of the bike here, just kind of doing like this performative, like she's
Yep.
yeah, very performative, right? That's a key word.
Yes, yes.
And she's like,
Theatrical
pursued by villains, a young couple thrust
Yep.
together by fate, race through the
I
neon
got notes
street
about this
night.
too,
Yeah.
for sure.
Okay,
So
stop me whenever. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's interesting because she's starting to crack a little bit. Like, we're heading to her parents' house. Like,
Yeah.
Cloud is gonna see what's going on with her dad.
Hmm.
And she also has all these nerves about the bomb, and she's just spilling all that on him. So the way that she's coping with this is how I see it. She's coping with it by telling a story, right?
Mhm.
Exactly what you said. Pursued by villains, Neon Street Night, the whole thing. She frames it like a romance, right? Like she's with the hero, and they're going through the Neon Street Light, because if it's a story, she's controlling the narrative, then she has some control, right? She's also exercising that actress side, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so she's just trying to hold on to what little control that she can, man. Like,
Yeah.
we're about to see her heart exposed here pretty quick. So
yeah, and I think, like, dude, at the top of the show, I asked, like, what's this chapter trying to convey? Honestly, thinking about this, I said, I'm trying to find the word. What's the word I'm looking for in dealing with devices and trying, like, coping? No.
Coping?
Maybe it's cope.
it is, motivation is a good word. You said motivation, and when you said that, I was like,
It's
yeah,
like,
we're getting
yeah.
Jesse. We're definitely getting Cloud. We're getting a few other pieces. And so it's not wrong. I think we're gonna arrive at that perfect word the further we go, because I don't have
Yeah.
it yet either.
defense mechanism. I don't know. So something like a defense against your worries and stuff, right? So we have Jessie, who's got a lot on her mind, and like you said, we're about to see her parents. The truth is about to be exposed to Cloud, and she's about to confront. She even gets there, and she's like, I can't do it. That was the whole thing. Like, I need you to do it because I can't. So she can't even confront it, type thing. Where her way of coping, or her way of like defending against that worry, or that, like, her mind not letting it get set on that, is to be performative, and, like, life's the stage, love's the play, you know what I mean? Like, we're having a good time. So yeah, she's like, ooh, my hero, and then, like, Cloud's like, but Cloud gives a little chuckle, right? So, this is like, how many times has Cloud smiled? And because of Jesse, you know what I'm saying? But here's the thing: Jesse is being is recognizing Cloud as a hero. So Cloud is liking that, because
His ego's getting fed a little bit here.
his ego is getting fed, but also, like, what we know, that Cloud is also being performative, isn't he? He's not his true self. We're all wearing masks right now. So Cloud is she's like basically feeding that or reinforcing or in whatever, what is that word? God, I wish I was smart. You know what I mean? Like that.
Wish
Like
you could
that
think harder, man.
yeah, I wish I could think harder sometimes. Ah,
Now you get it. This is, dude. You're gonna come back you're gonna come back tomorrow, and you're gonna leave a long ass paragraph.
What I was trying to say is
right.
actually
like what I did.
the
in
hypotenuse
chapter 10
of trying,
or whatever it was.
Yeah,
No,
no,
chapter 12, whatever chapter it
Yeah.
was. But yeah.
She's reinforcing that, right? Like it's like what he's trying to, his facade. Yes, his facade. She is like basically like saying that is, yes, you know, I believe that, right? And she's like feeding it, and he's smiling, right? Because when he did that little flip off in the reactor, when the reactor was falling down, and she would, my words, I don't know what accent I'm going with, but when he did that flip thing and he lands it, and she goes, "Now that was cool," and he's like, a little smirk, right? Because like, oh, I'm cool, and then now
Stroke
like,
the
oh,
ego.
I'm a hero.
I think,
yeah,
all right.
Stroking the ego right now.
I feel like she even kind of like teases the like ego boosting a little bit. Like one thing I clocked was when you do the spinning dash attack, and she's like, "Ooh, do you have a name for that move?" And he's like, "Of course not." And I like to think that, and I like to think that like spinning dash isn't like the game's name for the move. That's just like Cloud's like internal name for it. But
it's, like,
he's not gonna
poking
say it
fun.
out loud.
I thought it was also like kind of poking some fun at like One Piece when they have to shout their gum, you know, like so he's like, I'm sure you have a cool name for it or something, and like, no, of course not, you know,
like it's like
he
I
wants
think
to
she's
shout
just like,
it
all right,
out.
we get it, you're cool. We get it,
Spinning
you're cool.
slash, but he's not doing that. Now, all right, so let's see. Had the cold-eyed mercenary's heart suddenly begun to melt? What do we do? And then Cloud's like, shut up. You know, just shut up. It's good. I like the banter. And then you pointed out the super secret technique. Okay, so now we have officers over here, or like talking on their walkie-talkies, saying like, hey, there's a soldier en route. They don't want that kind of trouble, so let's finish this thing off before he gets there, like in quotations, like before him, right? So I gotta bring out the Ultimania, but in the Ultimania, it states something along the lines of like Roche has already established himself as a troublemaker. He's already kind of established himself as like,
yeah, why does Shinra keep this guy employed?
yeah, he's like he could have been promoted to first class, but he chose not to. Like, I think that's what I think that's,
you know, he's so real for that.
He wanted to stay on his bike. He didn't want to. Yeah.
Dude, you know what? Like, you know what is it that they say? Like, when you're too useful, like at a job or something, and it's just like now they expect too much out of you. Yeah, Roche didn't want to be too useful. Oh, bye, Wiley. It's nice seeing you. Yeah, Roche didn't want to be too useful. You know, it's like I'm just gonna have fun. Like, he could have got. Like, oh no! Oh,
a little more Joe Dirt than I thought it would. But that's all right.
Friend, do it.
Yeah.
friend.
Give it to me. Give it to me.
My friend. Yeah.
Oh my god! Dude.
Here you go. I wrote something for you. You got to read it now because you have the thing on. So get ready.
You kind of look like Dog the Bounty Hunter.
This is what I was going to start the show off with, but then I was like, no, I don't know. I don't have it right now. You have the wig. You got to do it. All right, here it comes.
Me with it.
All right. You got to read this in Austin Lee Matthews' voice, in Roach's voice. There you go.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
I just have to find it.
My friend, get yourself into the.
My friend,
And-
bro.
and
You
I
don't have the
hear
rude sunglasses.
Give
still
me the
on your
cackle.
Desk, do you?
Oh no,
That would have looked so good. That would have looked so.
Oh, dude, that's hilarious.
It's in the Discord message there.
I have my Sid goggles still.
Oh, yeah,
I could be
yeah.
a biker with you. Yeah.
Oh,
dude.
man, everybody's cool.
All right.
I'm not. Crap.
I have not practiced at a Roche voice, so this is gonna be awful. But I will do it anyway.
Don't do
Where's
it yet.
Dan? Dan just left. Dan left. Vito. Hey, all right, all right.
What is
There we go.
happening? Who am I? Am I just a Shinra trooper? Who am I?
You're one of Beck's, bro. Which Beck dude are you? Does one of them have
Okay.
goggles?
All right.
Is Biggs wearing goggles right now? Like, are they wearing goggles on the
You-
motorcycle?
bro, you could just be Biggs.
Screwball.
Because I know you love Biggs, so you Biggs.
Apparently, I love Biggs. This is something I didn't realize. And ow, my eye. Ow.
The sacrifices you make to be Biggs.
All right, here it comes.
All right, here. I
All
don't
right,
know
all right,
headband,
all right.
It's time for Roche.
but- There we go. Sure, I'm Biggs now.
All Ready? This is going to be spectacularly awful. I hope everybody's
Oh, I
ready.
can't
for
I
this.
hope also Lee Matthews is watching.
I can't see.
I hope not. Man.
My goggles are fogging up. Please get this done soon. I'd like to see better. Come on, Wiley.
All right. Two motors in the same frame. What throttles our ambitions and what slams the brakes? Will we deviate from destiny's highway? Life's the stage and loves to play. All right. How'd I do?
Actually did great. You actually did great. That was
great,
that
dude.
was really good, actually.
All right. That's like
My
maximum
friend.
juice for me.
I
not
love
being
it.
able to do that.
You did it, man. You you committed. You committed to the bit. I applaud you.
Yeah, I
Oh
committed.
my
That's
God.
that part is true.
I love it. Okay, so where are we at? Yeah, Roche is coming.
Roche.
Let's see.
Oh,
All right, Roche is.
oh,
I feel like I skipped ahead quite a bit here.
all right. So
Mhm.
I don't know if I have a funny note
Mhm.
regarding Jesse's immediate reaction to Roche upon his arrival, and how she's just like immediately not into what this guy's bringing to the table. I think it's funny though because they're like, I don't know if this is just me, but I feel like Roche and Jesse are very similar people on the surface. They're just very theatrical,
Yep.
very
Dude.
like
Yes, keep talking.
you-
Yes,
yeah,
I had
'cause-
to say yes. Go.
they are like, as far as not like in their abilities obviously, but like personality wise, they're very like similar to one another. So her getting immediately like turned off by this guy is so funny to me, because in my notes I wrote, you know, Jesse doesn't like Roche, but in many ways
Wait, did
they're
you
very
write this in
similar.
your, in your journal?
Yeah, in my right. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh god, okay.
Jack Lee's
Jack
journal, or?
Lee. Hold on, let's try that again. Let's try that again. Hold on. Hold on. What is that? Jack Lee's. I don't know if that worked. All right, go ahead.
Something. For context, everybody, Jackie did not write anything except for one word in the notes this week. She was too busy, so we don't have a proper Jackie's journal. So eat up that sound while you can, because
Yeah.
that's all you're getting tonight. Except for maybe later with the
Hey,
one word.
in
but
a
we'll get
chapter
there.
that has Roche in it, you can't expect it not to go unhinged. All right, like this
Yeah,
whole
that's
chapter.
true,
Yeah,
dude,
this
for
this
sure.
analysis is gonna be.
But
unhinged.
wait, I had a point.
Okay, yeah. Go
I had a
ahead.
point. Damn.
Yes.
Sorry, yep,
Build
let's-
to
So,
your, build to
no,
your point.
Yep.
I'm gonna add.
Nah,
to
it's
it.
just that Jesse and Roche are pretty similar to one another. Her getting like, you know, like not being into this guy at all and finding him annoying was funny to me. Because what I wrote down is that they're both theatric, they're both very flirty, and they both have a particular interest in Cloud. Like these two are just so similar. So the
Yep.
fact that you know, she just is like, wow, this guy sucks, is kind of funny to me. But what do you got, Wiley? You got more to add on? to that?
So you banged out those points pretty good. The one thing that I would say that I'll add to that is that if Jessie was a soldier, she would turn into Roche.
She would be a
100%.
Roche? Oh, yeah, 1000%.
She's doing all this theatrical stuff over Cloud's shoulder and speaking on, and here comes the dude putting on theater in front of him.
Yep,
And
it
she's like,
happens right away. She's like,
like,
ew.
okay, she's hating, bro. Like Roche is trying to steal attention, and she don't like that. Like
It's just like-
they are fighting for it's the same attention, the same stage, same
Dude.
spotlight, bro. Like
Two attention
100%.
Two attention seekers fighting over a dude who doesn't really want to give either of them any attention. Like they're fighting for that's the stage is Cloud, and neither one of them wants to, or neither of them get the attention from him that they particularly want. But I just thought it was funny that she's doing all this theatrical speaking, talking about like this like lover's angle and like setting the stage of what Midgar's like, and then Roche shows up and he's doing the same type of thing,
Exact same thing, bro.
exact same thing, and she's just like, yeah, that's cringe, bro. What are you doing? why is that guy so cringe? Dan is
You're muted, Dan. You're muted, bro.
What is happening? What is happening today?
We still can't hear you, homie.
Yeah,
There you go. He's back.
Hey, I'm back. All right.
I forgot to put my hat
It's
back
almost
on.
like they're holding up a mirror, you know what I mean, to their facade that they're putting on and realizing that maybe they don't like it. But all right, so here comes Roche, and like speaking of this mirror that I want to like, I'm talking, but in this sense, a reflection that is like reversed, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you're looking at it, it's a reflection that's reversed. I look at Roche, and I
dark
see a
mirror.
Thank you. Nice, I like that. All right, the dark mirror here of Cloud, right? The anti-Cloud almost. Whereas, so the reason why I put it in the thumbnail of like two sides of the same coin, right? So they're both defiant, like Shinra employed or previously Shinra. Well, Roche is still employed with Shinra, but they're defective or defiant. Like they have ties to Shinra. They're soldiers, right? But that's where the comparison stopped. That's who they are. That's the coin. But then when we look at the two sides of them, we have like Cloud being very to himself, right? Cloud is like, he's closed off people. He doesn't want relationships and stuff like that. Whereas Roche, you're my friend. You know, he loves it. He's very open with this stuff. I'm attuned to the feminine voice. He loves it. So Roche is the opposite in that way. Whereas Cloud is very stoic. Roche is eccentric. Where Cloud is calculated, Roche is chaotic. And we have so like basically what I'm trying to do is when I see Roche, like I said at the top of this thing, where I was like, why Roche? Why is he here? What does he serve to the character arc of Cloud? And the only thing I could come up with is that this is the first soldier, real like soldier that Cloud sees. So this is this is what Cloud is pretending to be, or at least what his perception of what a soldier is. And now when he sees this soldier, he is seeing someone who's obsessed with combat. He's like over the top, and he's only finding the thrill in encountering somebody that is worthy of his time. And as we hear Roche is saying that he's pretty much lonely. He's like, it's been so long. Like, so Roche is alone. He's lonely. And then like, so even though that's the same coin again, where Cloud is lonely, but he's the opposite. What's going on here? And what they're finding out is that connection is what is going to level them both out by the end of this. And so we have, as soon as he sees him, a soldier. Cloud calls him a dumbass. Like this is a soldier. This is what you idolize. This is who you want to be. And then he's like, I don't know, this guy's dumbass. He sucks. I hate this guy. And then like Roche is trying to get him to like do battle with him and like yeah. But see, at the end of this, we get what seems like a mutual respect for each other. And this is where I come down to it, because at the end of it, it's almost like, you know, when Roche decides to drop the act for a second, and Roche is like, he's just kind of chilling on his bike, and he's like, well, I guess you got this one. And then they have like a moment to talk, and he's like, hey, maybe next time, just you and me, huh? And Cloud was like, maybe. He didn't dismiss him. This is the first time Cloud didn't like just dismiss him altogether. Like, I hate this guy. He was like, maybe. It's just kind of like that mutual respect at the end of this. But when they're both putting on the facade, it almost was like there's nothing. No, you know, they hate each other. You're like, ew, you're an ugly reflection, right? I don't like what I see in the mirror type thing. That's what I got out of that. So why Roche? What about you? I know you had notes, Excalibur.
I do have notes.
So how do they compare to mine? Are they a dark mirror?
Dude, they are. They okay, yeah, but I have different points, so this is perfect. All right, so check this out. So what I love about Roche, okay, when we meet him, right, like he doesn't just fight, like he dances. He's on a bike and he's doing all these tricks and he's all over the road and he's flying through the air and he's smashing the other Shinra soldiers out of the way and he's making it about him and Cloud, right?
Yeah.
And he has all these lines, right? Until one of our flames is forever extinguished, our dance will never end. And he's like, burn for me. Let's push it past the red line, right? So there is this obsession with combat, like you said, like he is all about the action, and all of his dialogue pushing limits, pushing past the line. He's acting outside of what he should, to the point where the other troopers are like, we should like get out of this guy's way because we don't know what's going to happen. He just does what he wants to. So, and what's interesting is that Roche doesn't actually care about winning. If you see the way that he reacts to losing, he just wants to feel something, right? And Cloud gives him that. And what's interesting is that Cloud is he's experiencing something different, where he's not allowing himself to feel anything. No matter what he does, no matter what people say, he has the barest response to it, right? He just smirks a little bit or whatever. He's not really willing to accept that he's at that level yet. He's actually trying to prove himself. So is Roche, but Roche is going way over the top and is not hiding it. Whereas Cloud doesn't really know. He's not being honest with himself yet. Okay. Now, if we look closer at this, Cloud is chasing Sephiroth. Cloud is trying to be like Sephiroth. A little further in this chapter, we're going to see the scene where we see all his goals from childhood forward, why he wanted to be a soldier, what he wanted out of it, right? So Cloud is chasing Sephiroth. Roche, in this moment, is chasing Cloud. Everyone in this story is orbiting somebody stronger than them, right? They're being pulled in closer. And here's what's interesting. So that's what the Roche limit is. The Roche limit is the minimum distance a smaller celestial body, like a moon or an asteroid, can approach a larger body, like a planet, before the planet's tidal forces exceed the smaller body's gravity and cause it to break apart.
Oh, nice.
So the idea is, when you get too close to something stronger than you, it doesn't just pull you in, it pulls you apart. And that is exactly Roche's whole arc, is the Roche limit, bro. It's the Roche limit, and the reality is that's Cloud's limit. Or that's Cloud's arc. I mean, it's his limit too, but you see that Roche is a smaller version, a different path of the same story arc. And like you said, two sides of the same coin. We're seeing one that's very honest, one that's very open, one that is embracing what it is, and the other one is trying to be cool and calm and collected about it. But really, they both want the same thing. And Roche is kind of like, he's that tragedy story of like what could happen to Cloud. You know what I mean? We see where this goes as he deteriorates. But man, like you nailed it. Like I said, we have different points, but it's the same. We're preaching the same sermon, bro.
Love it.
Two sides of the same coin.
He's preaching the same sermon, and like Anna just said, church.
Nice.
Love it. It came in at the same time. Yeah, man, that's it. I love that. I love the name. I have another name association, but it is not that deep. But yeah, like whenever you get a name, you gotta look into it, right? Because I failed to look into Roche, but that is brilliant, man. Like, and we know that Final Fantasy VII loves the celestial, like, you know, like that is,
dude.
Yeah,
this is the cook where I say go back and watch Dan's video where he breaks down the background in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth and shows Cloud orbiting Sephiroth, orbiting Aerith, because there is this concept of different characters orbiting each other and being pulled toward one or the other. Cloud is being pulled back and forth between Aerith and Sephiroth, the two dominant, I guess you could call them suns, right? Celestial bodies. And this Roche is a smaller mirror of that. In fact, you could look at Jesse and Roche as a smaller mirror of that with Cloud right here. And how, like exactly what Lee pointed out, which is that Jesse is straight up jealous of this dude. They're the same dude.
I like that. Yeah, definitely check out that video. It's I believe it's the deep meaning or deep symbolic meaning video that you'll see the thumbnail for, with analyzing the menu screen, just kind of breaking down when you pause the screen on Rebirth specifically, but even right here, like, I mean, take a look. I mean, like, we're talking, this is very celestial with the stars, you know, like the background of the menu screen of Remake. It's definitely celestial. And then you go over to Rebirth, and you'll see, if you look closely, you'll see orbits, and then like it looks like one orbit has now broken off, and like there's two center stars, and then there's an orbit that's going like around both of them but being pulled towards the other one, and the other one being smaller looks like Sephiroth. It's a whole thing. Go check it out.
It is a whole thing.
Yeah. And then when you go to play as Zack, guess what color it is? It's dark, bro. It's like he's almost in livestream black. What?
No
It's crazy. It's crazy when you think about it like that. Go check out the video. Pretty good. It didn't perform as well as I hoped. So go check it out.
There's still time.
It's never too
Evergreen.
late. It's never too late. Go check it out. So yeah, great points all around. Now, let's see. Boom, 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 boom.
I'm getting hot. I gotta take this off.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
I mean, I appreciate that because it was just, I was sitting in between the two main characters of this chapter in the moment, and I was like, where's my place in this, you know? I was like, I felt like
The goggles.
I was just sitting with my dads. It was very peculiar. Like right between Roche and Cloud, I was like, "What's going on?"
You were at the Roche point.
You were Broden, bro. You were
Broden.
The other bro.
Broden, bro. Speaking of Broden, and well, okay, again, obviously we've been doing spoilers for Rebirth. So we've been doing that. Spoilers for Rebirth. Spoilers for Rebirth. There we go. Okay, so Broden, that should be good. You know how like Broden
It won't. Somebody will complain.
and Roche, like both end up in a similar situation, right? Where we get Roche, at the end of Rebirth, he's hooded. Man, this guy, he's done. He's hit the Roche point, right? He's breaking apart by that. He's being pulled, and now he's finally broken. And he says, until one of our flames is forever extinguished, our dance will never end. And man, what kind of foreshadowing was that? But I do want to circle that back, right? So I'm trying to remember Rebirth. I don't think he quotes that again, right? In Rebirth, he doesn't like reference our dance will never end, our flames aren't extinguished yet. I can't remember if he does, but I feel like this is one of those lines that are going to have a payoff. And maybe it did in Rebirth. I'm sorry, it's been a while since we played it. All right, like we analyzed that thing front to back. But yeah, I feel like that's going to have a callback, right? And I feel like this introduction to Roche is also going to kind of foreshadow how it's going to end in part 3. I do feel like Roche will survive, or he will get like his consciousness back enough to be able to come in and have this hero moment that's not just performative, but true friendship. Just like true friendship, where he comes in there and really helps Cloud, and they like, you know, that mutual respect, and now our dance can end. You know what I mean? And now, you know, like the dance can end, like it, and like he helps out in some way.
Is it weird that all right, we'll have maybe I'll be the contrary here, the differing opinion. Is it weird that I kind of like how his narrative, like the conclusion it got to with him, like this like super like extravagant, like flamboyant guy who just like is like just energy, like he is just this energetic individual. And so, you know, to kind of see the flame get snuffed out by the end of his journey, maybe I'm in a differing opinion here, and it's not for like a dislike of Roche or anything. I quite like Roche, although I will admit, when I first saw him in Remake, I was not quite fond of him on my first
really?
introduction. Yeah, no, I will be candid about. Funny enough, when I met Austin Lee Matthews, I think I said that. I was like, your character. I was like, I'm not gonna lie, I was not really sold on you, but by the end of your character's journey with Rebirth, I very like my whole opinion like kind of flipped on the character. I feel like Rebirth helped flip a lot of my negative opinions on Remake, and now I'm going back and enjoying the things in Remake I didn't care as much for, just on account of like Rebirth. Like, but yeah, initially Roche was not a character who I was terribly fond of, but seeing the journey that they've brought this character on, and seeing like everything you guys just described with Cloud and that parallel, and that like looking at that guy that Cloud could be but wasn't, or just seeing like where am I going with this? To kind of like get to the point faster, I think his journey ends in a place where it's if his journey, and which I don't think it's going to, I definitely think they're going to bring him back for part 3, but if his journey ends in the way that it did, like how we saw in Rebirth, like he becomes a robe and that's it for him, I think that would serve as a greater motivator for Cloud to better himself by the end of his journey. Like, I think it adds to the stakes for Cloud. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they could have their cake and eat it too. Like, that could be a motivator for Cloud, and then you can save Roche, and then in which case they can have their final dance.
Yeah,
but
he is he is a symbol of the degradation of soldiers, right? So he is the symbol of like, hey, this is the fate that all soldiers are going to meet. And then like, hey, Cloud, here it is. This is where you're heading. So like, yeah, just being that like that mirror of Cloud and everything. But Cloud should also be restored in part 3, where that's what makes me think that Roche will also be restored, because it's like they kind of mirror each other.
I could see it both ways. Like I could see it both ways. I think personally, it would add to the stakes if there are.
I love it. Yeah.
There are characters who don't.
Okay.
Like, I think it's a double-edged sword, because on one hand, it's like if you want to serve the narrative of Cloud being able to come back, then that should open the gate for others to be able to. Come back.
Yeah. We don't want that. We don't want it to get out of hand. I get what you're saying. Yeah,
exactly. But that's the other part, right? Like, you want their so. It only serves to make the degradation more serious and something we should worry about Cloud about if we actually have a stake. Fair. And losing notable people, like people who Cloud met on the journey, may have grown to like to some degree, like people like Broden or Roche. Losing them. Okay,
I'm sorry. I got to throw this over to Excalibur. I have something to say. I'm trying not to forget about it. But Bumblebee, I agree. I'm a sucker for a tragic character arc as well. Excalibur.
Yeah. So, all right. First of all, I mean, everything you guys are saying, I agree. I'm going to add to that. So you said Broden. That's already where my brain was. So why introduce Broden if you already have Roche? They're going to do two different things with those characters. You don't need two guys going down the exact same path. Gotcha. We are not invested in Broden the same way we are invested in Roche. So there's two things that means. The first is it has a heavier impact if we lose Roche, if he has a tragic end. But it also means we actually care if he makes it through it. If Broden makes it through it, it's like, all right, cool, whatever. Like, we weren't really invested in that, but it's good to know somebody can make it through. I see these two characters as a way. Is my audio keeping up? Because it looks like my video is cutting out.
No, you're
okay. Yeah, I see these two characters as a way to play with how this can end, right? So you can show somebody go past the brink like we've never seen before and come back, be pulled back. If Cloud ends up right there next to Roche, it's not just that Roche could help him. It's that Cloud could see Roche and go, I can actually save him. He is who I could be. I can save him. And Cloud can actually get that for once, do that for once for somebody who is just like him. And so I see a possibility. I see a strong possibility for a redemptive arc for Roche through Cloud, since Cloud is who Roche looks up to as a savior figure in the same way that Cloud was looking at Sephiroth. But it just depends on what they're trying to do, because the tragic arc is going to hit in a certain type of way. And I don't know if you can successfully do both. You can take us through both. But it doesn't land the same way if he gets saved out of it. So the big question that I have is, if you bring Broden in when you already have Roche, why? What's the purpose of,
my thought is simple for that, though.
Yeah, hit it.
I think it's basically just, it shows the spread and it shows the stakes. Point blank simple. If you can attach this tragedy to more people, even if we don't have the same investment in a character like Broden, he's still a person who helped us. He's still a face, and he's still a friend in the most like broad sense of the term, right?
So it's another
Roche
part of the
isn't
equation. It's another breadcrumb on the trail.
Right. Whereas
black robe figures.
Seeing like people, and it's also, he's kind of an increment, like in that Roche is the first character who we see, like, well, Broden's the first one we see degradation start to really affect in that way, but Roche is the one that we had more of a long-term investment in as a character. Right. But both of these characters serve the purpose of, you know, hey, this is not something that's just like, you know, that we got to worry about with Cloud. This is affecting people who you are going to meet. People, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if even part 3 adds another potential like robe figure who we might, you know, get to know. I'm not sure if that will be the case, because I feel like most of the robes are already kind of roby. Like there's not much, you know, like, but the point is that to kind of like not counter your point, but I would say that there's a purpose in having multiple faces here.
Showing a spectrum.
Yeah, it just shows that, you know, like that this affects people. And if the robes are just all nameless, like kind of nobodies with numbers, like sure, like the idea is tragic and the idea is sad. But if it's just a copy paste, like, yeah, it's another dude in a robe, another dude in a robe, another dude in a robe, we don't have that same, like, you know, like it's hard to empathize with them unless we can like really get to know who they're before.
So let me ask you this point blank. So are you basically saying that Broden is to Rebirth what Marco is to Remake? It's just letting you know there's other dudes out there. Like Marco probably ain't coming back up again because, you know, he got flambéed. But
if they go the route where these guys, their fate is sealed and, you know, like they're going to meet a tragic end, yeah, I kind of view that as the case. Now, Roche is very popular, so like there's a part of me that wants to look at the narrative, and then there's also the part of me that's like, what's Square gonna do, you know? Like, to get a little meta with it, it's like, Roche is cool, people like Roche, you know, like, what are we gonna do with this character? This is, like, I don't want to hark too much on this point, because I know this is a Chapter 4 analysis.
Yeah, well, it's Roche. I mean, but
it is Roche related.
We Roche.
I think, you know, I could see both ways happening here. I think just to kind of like summarize my point, if I'm thinking about where I personally would feel the most like stake and investment, it's in that Cloud is now seeing people who were in some way not just similar to him because they're susceptible to degradation, but these are people, again, like who he had some sort of relationship with. Broden helped save the gang, you know, like that's a person who helped them on their journey. Roche is somebody who he's had this rivalry develop with over the course of 2 games. And, you know, while he's not like buddy with him, he is somebody who he has some level of like respect for, and somebody who, you know, he wouldn't want to see like, and I think this point is more poignant with Roche because he's such a, as I said before, like this extravagant character. So to see him like that light snuff with it, it makes it way more impactful, which is why I don't want them to kind of like rug pull and go back on it.
Yeah, to conclude that like this like section of it, I had found this because I knew it was somewhere. I found maybe this is the translation. Maybe it's real. It seems like it. People are sharing it all over Reddit. It's whatever.
Translate-ish.
Yeah, it's from Gamer Tifa, sharing this image about the cure for degradation. All right, so this is coming from Dear Destiny. This is that new book that hasn't been an English translation of it or whatever, but apparently in the book it says the cure for degradation is just love. affection, friendship, and human connection. So apparently,
Got him.
It can be cured. So like they can be like maybe that's what they need.
Roche needs a hug, bro. He needs a hug from Cloud.
Maybe Cloud. All he has to do is go up to him and go, "My friend," and then he would go.
So are we gonna get Broden's friend to help him?
Cloud goes up to Roche, and Cloud goes, "May we have this dance?" And then my friend, and he goes.
That's the honeybee in scene in part 3 is Roche and Cloud
Whoa!
dance
And
off.
then Roche just immediately snaps out of his like everything that just went down. He literally he's back.
Wow.
He's so back.
The
That's
power
how it
of
goes.
friendship.
That's a spoiler for
So
part
back.
3. The power, like it just may I have this or wait no may I have this? I haven't asked a girl to dance in a long time.
You know,
May I have this dance, my friend? And then
not to snuff out your point to get it be depressing, but I think that point would hit harder because then it will make Cloud appreciate what he has.
okay.
Somebody
All right,
who
lady.
doesn't have it.
All right. All right. So here we go.
That is true.
We have made it.
No, it
top
is
side.
genuinely true
It
point
is
though.
genuinely
Like
good point. It's a good point.
like
I'm trying to.
but
move
you can
on
tell me
from
to stop.
that.
It's okay.
It's a hype cast. We gotta
Okay,
keep it.
let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. All right, let's.
That is a good point.
That's a good point. It's a really good point. All right, here we go.
Well-made point.
We're 15 minutes in. I thought this was gonna be an hour-long show.
Yeah.
All right, here we
Yeah.
go. We made it topside. Don't worry. We'll top you off soon enough, Wedge. I know you're hungry. So I just wanted to shout out this quiet walk up the stairs. I really appreciate this, right? So we go from this mad dash on motorcycles, action-packed music blasting, everything's awesome, everything is awesome, and then we make it to this, and now it's quiet, right? Now it's nobody's talking, there's no dialogue, there's no music, it's just a quiet, forced to walk these stairs. You can't run ahead, you can't do anything, you're forced to walk up these stairs. Nice cool down here, right? This is a very good cool down, good game pacing. And then just like, I don't understand this part unless if maybe the lever was stuck, and then like, I mean, all Cloud did was,
They should have just given it a better animation. This is like
you
give
got
me
an
some
arm
little
on you,
break for
really?
that.
Like all I did was
They should have just let literally anybody who walked ahead of you. Why are they waiting for the last guy to open the door?
just the
They
fact
rude as
that
hell.
Jesse says, "Oh wow, you got an arm on you," and I'm like, he just pulled a lever.
Just pulled a
He
lever.
just pulled the lever down, and it
They
wasn't.
kind of struggled. Like
Yeah, he held to hold it there for a second and then go down. But anyways, we're here. We're at the top side. Beautiful music kicks in. I believe this is Jesse's theme playing up here. It is just glorious. I like this music a lot. So it's nice, quiet music going on. That basketball court to the right, that was supposed to be a mini game. That was actually supposed to be where you could pick up the basketball and play. And pretty disappointed that it's not in Remake. I think the official like description was like, they were like, it didn't fit in with the chapter, and I'm like, no, that's not a good excuse. I don't like that. This would have been a perfect moment to play basketball.
I think it's funny. I don't know why. Like, if you guys played A Way Out in that moment where you can play basketball with Leo's kid, and you could just kind of like you could just you could totally just break his ankles and just. I would have loved to do that to Wedge, like just dunk on him. Keep up, son.
I mean, that would have been a cool bonding. I don't know if they were going to allow Avalanche to join you, but that would have been cool bonding. Like, to play a game of basketball. We're up here. I know, like, they don't think we're on a really tight schedule. Like, they think we're just here to visit the parents, man. We could play some basketball.
Well, maybe that's why because Jesse would not
Really
this
want to
moment
do it
be-
because she's in a
Yeah.
rush, but, like,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. They also allow you to go hit the training center before a very important mission, so I don't know. Honestly, I don't like it. Thankfully,
dude, soldiers are here. Go to that vending machine.
yeah, hey, why don't you go get a few rounds in? Come back. We'll just stand here by the wall. Don't worry about it.
Dude, get a Red Bull and some peanuts. meet me back here.
Yeah. So like, I think the basketball would have been a lot of fun, but thankfully, part 3 should take care of us on that one. I can't wait for Super Dunk. Now,
Can't wait for basketball in the high wind.
oh snap! Let's put everything in the high wind. Put everything in there. We're gonna have a basketball court inside. It's big enough. All right, so Jessie also reflected on the good life that she had as Shinra and their reactors were killing the planet, right? So we get to see that she was living up here living the good life, man. I think Biggs was like, they must make like 6 times the amount of money I make. And we find out that in this chapter, if you pay attention to NPC dialogue, we hear that they talk about Biggs and the orphanage and like how he dumped a ton of money into it. But yeah, so they're living good up here. They're living good. And like, and the thing, it's almost flaunted a little bit, but not like like on purpose in their face, like whatever. But like Jesse's mom, of course, she's a mom and she's very caring and wants to offer a lot, but she's also like, hey, I can fix whatever, you know, what, seconds, thirds, fourths, whatever, which is a luxury that only they have. Whereas down in the slums, like, man, you're lucky if you're eating, was it beans down there? And they were like, I don't know, that's the only thing we're known for down here is beans. So it's or whatever the heck it was that they were selling. So just, yeah, we're getting the taste of the good life up here. Jesse asked,
can I comment on that real quick?
Yes, go ahead. Yeah.
So I think it's interesting that they make you wander through several blocks of the top plate. Like you don't just pop up and her house is right around the corner. Like you have to go a few blocks. You can go a block over, play basketball, run up another block.
You can't play basketball.
Back. No, you can't play basketball.
In my heart, I was playing basketball.
Yeah, but
you cannot dunk on Wedge. I'm sorry.
You cannot.
Damn.
But you can want to. So
you can't break Big's ankles.
The top plate is like, it's just so different, right? Like it's clean.
Mm-hmm.
It's empty for one thing, right? It's a complete contrast to how cluttered the slums are and how constantly populated the slums are day or night, right? Like up here, people have homes to go inside, doors to close, cars to drive. There's literally cars driving around. That's the closest you get to seeing a person. You don't actually see people. You see cars going by every once in a while. But down below, right, it's like there's people that are just out all the time. Like some people don't have an inside to go into. And so the top plate isn't just wealth. It's distance. Like there is a distance from the life that everybody's living in the slums, and it's a distance from that whole struggle. It's a distance from the consequence of what Shinra's doing. It's almost like a mask. It's covering it up.
Oh, more masks.
More masks.
More masks.
So the stage is doing that a bit too. We're getting contrast and we're seeing the other side of the coin. So, but yeah, that's all I wanted to say about this. We can move on to Jesse's home here.
Yeah, I like that. So yeah, Jesse asks Cloud to wait outside while they go in, and they're gonna eat some Midgar specials. Pizza. You know, it's because of that effing pizza up there.
Mayor Domino.
People down here are suffering. The player is cued in on what Jesse instructs him to do. I like this. I like this little like espionage narrator. Go in here like I'm gonna narrate the mission while you do the mission. Kind of cool, like that. So Jesse's kind of saying like, here we go. I need you to go in. I can't do it myself. My dad's in a coma, and you need to go in there, get his ID. So that's what's going to happen.
Right.
Because she wants to go into the Shinra warehouse.
Check this out right here. Y'all see these 3 cats?
Yep, I pointed this out too.
These 4 cats.
4 cats. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, remember how I said the cats weren't just cats in chapter 3? They were symbolic of something else.
Yes,
and
you
what
did.
What do we have here? We have 2 small cats and a big cat.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And they meet a lone tomcat down there.
There's Wedge jumping off now.
I wonder if there's more symbolism. I wonder if these cats are people. Yeah.
Eye contact with the lone one, the loner.
So y'all get what I'm saying. Yeah, the cats are people.
You guys see the cats too, right?
Those cats.
Bigglesworth.
I saw those cats.
Yes, I absolutely made that connection there too, where like the loner cat still, making eye contact with Cloud. The bigger cat being Wedge and almost clumsy as he stumbles off and falls off the side. What's up?
You guys brought great attention to the. You guys brought great attention to the cats and all. The only thing I was thinking about in that moment was what direction was the moon in, and I actually pulled up the map, and there's no compass. I really tried.
He's there.
I tried. I tried.
Why?
I was really hoping it was gonna be some bullshit like south, and I was gonna bring that up, but unfortunately,
well, I mean, hey, I can give the moon a pass. I mean, that moon can be anywhere.
No,
You know
doesn't
what I
the
mean?
moon always rise and set in the east and west?
I mean, like the moon could be
I don't think so.
faster.
I don't think so.
In this world. I don't know.
I think it does.
don't think so.
I don't know. I'm about. You know what? I'm about to look that
It's
up.
like the
while
moon.
you guys keep going.
The moon goes around the
Yeah,
planet.
but like
right?
it's on an axis. Like it, it has a pull. Why do we only see one side?
Is it reaching the Roche
All
point?
right. Yes.
Mhm.
You are correct.
All right,
It rises in the
Yeah,
east
boy.
and it sets in
Dude,
the
I was
west.
just on the
Yeah,
moon.
boy.
I was playing Pragmata,
just on,
dude. I was just on the moon. Like,
That's
you think I don't know
firsthand
about the moon?
experience. Yes,
Dude,
firsthand
I
experience.
don't know about the. You think I know about the fucking moon? I was just there, bro. I live this shit. I live on the moon.
All right,
Point
look,
taken.
my brain, and I almost don't want to argue this on air because it's gonna sound real stupid. But can't maybe I gotta think harder on this? Can't the moon it can go at a different speed in this universe, right? And that
No,
can
I
change.
guess that's true. We don't know where the moon.
Whereas,
I don't even know how many
whereas the
moons there are,
planet
bro.
itself is rotating, right? It's
Fine.
rotating, right?
Fine.
Whereas the moon revolves, right? That can be in different
No, but-
spots in the sky,
yes,
and
but
I can wrap my head
The
around that.
moon.
Why are we?
But the
moon
see, the
always
sun
has to
itself
face
should
the
never
planet.
be setting in one east, and then in the next time it's setting in the west.
Right,
That
so
means
here's
the
the thing,
planet is
Dan.
reversing.
Now, all right, Dan. Now you got to remake that video, but you need to check every time we could see the moon.
we see the moon.
And if the moon is in two separate impossible directions, like east and north or something,
Yeah.
then you're screwed. Like it's done. Like then it's impossible. But yeah, you're right. This moon could be a north-south moon. We don't know.
That's right.
I
We're gonna
guess
solve
that's true.
we're gonna solve the three-body problem
The
right now.
three-body problem is Sephiroth, Cloud, and Roche. So that won't be solved till part 3. Sorry, but we will be solving it
Got
in
it.
about a year.
Got him. Did it.
Got him. We
Got
got it.
him.
We got you, Bigglesworth. Yes,
Or
sir.
is it Cloud, Sephiroth, and Zack? Because those three are always in the logo and stuff.
Is Zack actually in orbit or?
I don't know, man.
Zack in orbit.
Is Zack in orbit? Is he spinning faster?
Didn't you point out that Zack's menu screen looked a little different? I don't know if he's in orbit, bro.
No, I don't know if he's in orbit, bro.
I don't know if he's in orbit, bro.
Is it eastward
I'm
Zack
just saying,
or
I don't know.
westward Zack? Is he south Zack?
Oh my
But-
god.
We will revisit the three-body problem in part 3.
Final Fantasy VII Remake Ultimania Scenario Coordinator Manami
Listen,
Oishi.
the three-body
Coordinator.
problem.
Yeah, the sun just can set anywhere.
Jesse's
Here's the-
father was actually a hobbyist photographer. I can just picture him in his room, taking care of his camera, making sure it's in tip-top shape for the moment it will capture Jesse on stage at the Gold Saucer. Beautiful,
checks out.
beautiful moment. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead. What you were saying?
I was just gonna make a pun, bro.
Oh, let me hear the pun. I want to hear the pun.
Or it might not have been a pun. It was a joke. I don't remember the exact delivery I had thought up, but it was something like the three-body problem is what Don Corneo would have had if he picked all 3 girls. something like that. I don't remember. It was
It landed
close
for
enough.
me. Landed
Close
for me. I liked it. From the start, we knew Jesse's mom wasn't going to survive the fall of the plate. Damn, those spoilers. Future memories for everybody. We knew
Yeah, for everybody
Jesse's
who's
mom-
watching this and is okay with Rebirth spoilers, but hasn't finished Remake. Spoiler. Spoiler.
There's a segment. Yeah, there's a crowd there.
You
Both of
beat
them.
Rebirth, you played the OG, you played the compilation, but you didn't finish Remake.
Yeah.
Spoiler, by the way.
Spoilers. All right, spoilers.
Spoilers, yeah.
Despite everything she's already endured, so I was designing her with tears in my eye. I think I made her a lot calmer and more composed than her energetic daughter. If you walk up to the door to the living room when you sneak into Jesse's family's home in Chapter 4, you'll get to overhear some light-hearted family banter. She's a kind woman who cares deeply for her daughter and her daughter's friends. Wow. Just really wanted to read that to you to let that sink in. All right? As the plate collapses. And you think about that. I want you to picture Jesse's mom. Jesse's mom got it going on. We don't talk about her enough. Jesse's mom. You know,
Bro, best pizza on the top side is what I heard, bro.
shoot. I want to talk about
Shoot.
I want to talk about Jesse's mom, man. She's got it going on. All right. Co-director Motomo Toriyama says, The Sector 7 sequences gave us a chance to depict the lives of the residents who live on top of the plate, which is an aspect of Midgard that wasn't covered in at all in the original version of the game. This is where many employees of Shinra live, and cozy, single-family houses are the norm. We hope the players can envision living together with their families in quiet suburban bliss here until it collapses and you all die.
Yeah, so I have a little bit of commentary on that. So
Okay.
it is interesting that Jesse's parents live here on the top plate in a Shinra district housing, right? They're safe, they're provided for, at least on the surface, right? It's interesting that her dad is basically just in a room, what appears to be on like hospice, more or less. He's not in a Shinra hospital. He's not getting the best care. This man literally worked in a Shinra reactor, and he's at home on hospice. So like there's a lot being said without saying anything, just in how they're treating this man who's basically dying for doing his job.
Yeah, and not to mention the reason why he's in the state that he is in is because he was there for half a day, knocked out, and nobody checked on him. It's crazy. He was neglected down there. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, storage. It's interesting to me that the only Avalanche member with living parents is being provided for by Shinra. So on the one hand, Shinra provides, but on the other hand, if you aren't with them, you're literally nothing to them. And it's also interesting that her father's illness being a direct result of Mako poisoning, working, reactor maintenance for Shinra. Like, so we see it clearly. Shinra doesn't just take, it provides, but then it takes back more. Like like, yeah, you have free housing, but dude's still going to die. Like they're not, like it's crazy. So you sort of get this idea that Jessie didn't join Avalanche out of ideology. She joined because her father's dying, because the system that fed her family is the same one that's killing it. And she got to do something about that, man. She's got to do something about that. We haven't got to the scene where you find that out because she won't tell you that, which is interesting. As much as she talks, as open as she is about what happened with the bomb and everything else, she puts on that story as they're on the way to her parents' house, and she's not the one that tells you any of these details. The boys tell you. You have to find out from them what's really going on, and they're like, don't bring this up. Like it's a soft spot for her, Yeah. So I got a little bit ahead of us, but
no, I like to get a little bit behind us. Take that how you will.
I could get behind the podcast.
Let's take it back a few. It's just I just want to maybe build up some limit break. Okay. Just because I don't know why I'm reading this in chapter 4, but I'm going to read it anyway. This is a chapter 3 thing that I forgot to mention. Here you go.
Let's get delayed limit break building. That's interesting. All right.
We were planning to recreate Avalanche's secret hideout just as it appeared toward the beginning of the original game. We thought up a lot of little details to throw in, like having the punching bag that Barrett pummels in the original game swing back and forth when he hits it, and making the pinball machine movable. So and like here it is. Here's a nice picture of. Oh, you can't see anything there.
Nope.
But they have a picture of the layout and like how it would look and paths for the character to move for. They were planning it. They wanted you to know that you missed out on the basketball and you missed out on Avalanche's hideout. Sometimes you don't like finding out the things you missed out on. All right, so
wait, who just entered chat?
The Warriors of Gripe.
The Warriors of Gripe. I'm not gonna lie, this chapter is a little overrated. This is Doom Timeline.
It's your job to
this
say
is
that,
Doom Timeline for sure. You ain't full of nobody. You ain't full of nobody, Warriors of Gripe. You come in here with
your gripe.
You come in here with your gripe. Doom Timeline. You gotta go back to it. You gotta go back to your name. And instantly awesome. Found you out.
It's funny. I was just skimming my notes. So. You guys kind of touched base on everything regarding her father that I would have said, but the only like funny thing that I saw here was because I just realized you were singing Stacy's mom, but with Jesse's mom.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then I saw it in the notes I wrote, because Jackie didn't take these notes. So she walks past me. She goes, I wrote, Jackie saw Jesse's dad and goes, "Who's that dying man?" And then when I told her, she goes, "Jesse's dad? Whoa!" So I, even before tonight, we were already on Stacy's mom time. Wait, what? What?
Doom Timeline is
Did you change?
Oh god, Doom Timeline's starting a cult.
Doom Timeline created 2 different accounts. Doom Timeline watching in 2 different tabs right now with your split screen monitor going on. You got one in there and you're like logged in over here. You had to create a different Google account so that way you could be logged into 2 different YouTubes at the same exact time, because you can't have 2 tabs open as 2 different YouTube accounts. I know.
I'm just waiting for our negative.
And now you're here
to show
commenting back and forth like, ha ha ha, I'm going to comment as Doom Timeline. And now I'm going to timeline as...
Come
what?
on now.
Come on, man.
I'm saying, I'm waiting for our negative alternates to show up. So if there's a warrior of gripe, now what do we got?
Where's our shadow selves?
Yeah, right. Like where's our evil selves?
I got to show up as the warrior of gripe next time. I got some gripes. That's great. Oh man. So waiting for the 3rd account to pop in.
Oh wait, your little meter didn't go up. You griped.
Oh yeah, I did gripe. All right, let's get Zach on track with this one. All right, let's get Zach on track.
Yeah, what are we
right
like 20 minutes into the chapter?
Yeah, we're getting there. It's a slow chapter, I feel like, but we're making it a long one, aren't we?
That's just par for the course.
Okay. So here we go. Well, let's get back on track here with Zach on track. Let's see. Grab his. Yep. Okay, we find out that Jesse was going to be performing at the Gold Saucer as the starring role, the princess, because we pick up that little letter that she had written that she got the starring role. But we're later going to find out that this incident happened the day before the play. So very tragic there. Yeah. As Jesse's parents would never get to actually see her perform at the Gold Saucer. Let's see.
All right.
Yeah, go ahead.
Am I allowed to have a minor gripe?
Sure.
It's not like a major one, but she's been lying to her mom, as we could see, about her being an actress, right? But they still go to eat pizza dressed as like militant terrorists. Like I'm very. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Found you out! I got you! Report the user! That was good. Okay, I'm sorry.
So anyway, yes.
I honestly didn't know that was going to open on stream, but that's funny.
That's really funny. No, that was my only, like, it's a very minor gripe, but like, she's trying to keep up this facade of still being an actress, but she's dressed like this. Like, and her homies are dressed like that. Like, they're dressed like some of the people that have been showing up on the news, no? Like, like, I don't know. This is where one of those cases where I wish, because I always think about this with this game too, with like Cloud going to, he's gonna go to bed tonight in this same outfit that he went to bed in the night before. This dude reeks. This dude's got a stink, dude. Like, this would have been nice where, for this little trip up to the top side, at least these 3 to visit Jesse's mom, they should have like maybe ditched the very apparent, like, Splinter Cell type outfits. Probably that might have been nice. Maybe keep up the actress lie a little easier.
What are you doing down there, honey? Oh, just
you're not gonna believe it.
Yeah, you're not. Yeah,
I'm in a play where we bomb a reactor. Right? But it's a play.
Crazy.
It's a
right?
play. It's a play.
Art mirrors society, right? That's kind of crazy.
You're not gonna believe this.
All right. So let's see. I thought it was funny when she was like, "Can I tempt you with another helping?" And then like Wedge was like, "Wow, maybe just a few more slices, Mrs. R." That was great. And then they're like Wedge, because they're upset with him. But I thought that was funny. Good stuff. I like the little funny one-liners in this chapter. I was a fan. There's a couple good ones. Good ass puns in here. Couple good ass liners. Good ass.
Why'd you emphasize? I feel like
those are just underwear, Dad.
I'm an ass.
I feel like yeah, all right. Yeah, never mind. I'm not gonna hark on that. Just move on.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, here. Hey, let me drop this now. You had the Roche. Let me drop the Rowan on you. Okay. Coming in here with your Roche name. Well, guess what? I looked up parents.com. Rowan. Okay. All right, check this out. Inspired by a rowan tree.
One who rose.
Whoa.
Oh, okay.
Hold on, rowan tree. Guess what grows on them rowan trees?
Leaves.
Small red berries. Raspberries. Come on, y'all. There it is. You only get that analysis right here on Warriors of Hype. All right, you're only going to find it right here. Okay, and also if you have a red-haired baby, Rowan is a very fitting name. I've always kind of I thought when I read that, I was like, oh man, Jessie's a redhead. No, she is not really. But she does wear a red bandana, and that kind of makes you think of it. But she's also...
And she wears it on her head, therefore she redhead. Yeah.
Thank you. Exactly my thought process.
I got you.
Yeah.
Alley-oop.
Thank you.
I think that was an
it's like basketball.
Ski.
Man, if only we could have played.
Alley-oopsie daisy.
Alley-oopsie daisy, girl. You know what I'm saying? I said oopsies, girl. Hey,
we're not explaining that one.
We're not. Yeah, that's a different out of content. The inside joke, inside hype. Maybe we'll explain it. We'll see what happens.
This is the episode of all time, dude.
Great. Yeah, this is the episode.
This episode's going off the rails. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know how long you guys talked about degradation, and I just was letting it go. This is just an episode of all time.
We're too far
right
in,
here.
Dude.
This might be a two-parter.
Yeah, we're gonna have to break this up, man.
What the fuck
We
happened?
thought we were doing a double header. No, we're doing a half header.
What? How did this happen?
I don't know. This is just what happens. What y'all don't understand is after we stop the stream, the podcast keeps going for 4 more hours until it's time for people to wake up and go to work.
Oh,
you guys
God.
don't know.
Speaking of what's going to happen at the end of the stream, I don't know. Maybe it happens at the end of the stream. It's pretty freaking great. All right, it's going to be an exclude. No, it's not. Should I not drop this?
Oh, wait. Oh, no. I was thinking of something different. Go ahead.
Bro, I was thinking about the whispers.
That's what I was thinking about.
Okay, we haven't even gotten there yet.
I'm gonna get my limit break started early,
get there.
Bro.
All I gotta say is hey, if you ever were thinking about supporting over on patreon.com/warriors of hype, now's the time, because what's about to happen is we are going to, at the end of the show, we're gonna live react to the story time with Excalibro, and this is a benefit for the bringers of hype, but we're gonna do a reaction to the story that Excalibro wrote, 3,000 word part 1 story of our isekai into the Final Fantasy VII remake world, where it's in the Shinra Tower, and who knows, maybe we may or may not have inadvertently caused some of the events that happens in this game.
Daisy.
And it is going to be great because I haven't read it yet. We're going to have it be read to us, and we're going to react to it as it's being read. So that's going to be hilarious. That's going to be after.
Yeah, you read it? You read really?
Yeah.
Was it good?
He read them. That's crazy, man. He knows what's going to happen.
Spoiler alert, I liked it.
Yeah. Get in, loser.
I didn't stop till I liked it, so
for
being honest.
And it's the last day of the month, so I guess.
That one's going to be a special one because I'm going to make that available for the Final fans as a VOD. All right, so the Final fans will get to, but usually it's a bringers of hype tier because Excalibur puts a lot of love and time, and he's a writer at heart. So he's writing these awesome fanfics, but this one is just so happens to involve us. So I wanted to shout that out. Anyways, let's get Zach on track again. Small red berries, raspberries. Jesse Raspberry. just to reiterate my point, because that junk
Why'd you
was
say like a
good.
bar?
That is a good analysis right there. You don't get that
Red
anywhere.
berries.
Jesse
Raspberries.
Raspberry. Jesse Raspberry is a raspberry small red berry. Cooked. Clip that one out, Vinny. Put that one up as a short.
Please do.
She got all right.
Okay.
My girl goes outside, she forgets the word diversion. Oh, I see. She's taken a barnacle and she's covered it in bioluminescent algae. Every time I hear diversion, I have to throw that in there. This is already going off the rails far enough. Let's go back on track. Cloud and the
At
boys.
this point, we're too far gone.
this.
Just
Cloud and the
lean
boys
into
will
it.
cause a diversion while Jessie gets what she needs. That is the plan. Biggs talks to Cloud about Jessie's dad, and this is where we get that bond. That bond starts to grow here between the boys. All right, Jessie's dad has Mako poisoning. He got it while stuck in Mako storage. But a key word there is he says overworked. He collapsed from overwork. So now we get an idea of we kind of hinted at that, but like Shinra overworking the employees to the point where they collapsed. Her dad collapsed in Mako storage of all places, which is not a good place to be. Of course, that gives him Mako poisoning. Yeah.
Don't even check on you.
Didn't even check on you for a half a day. That's probably when the next guy comes in to take over his shift, right? That kind of goes to show you they're probably working 12-hour days, half a day.
So I'm sure y'all made this connection, but I'm going to go ahead and say it. The big thing here is that Jessie said she believes her dad is stuck.
Yes.
Between his body and the planet.
Mm-hmm.
And she believes that if the reactors keep running, that he's just going to be swept away, gone, poof, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is where Cloud admits to Biggs that he understands how they feel.
Mm-hmm.
And we as the audience
is he being empathetic right now?
He's being empathetic.
Whoa.
Homie. He's not wearing his heart on his sleeve, but he's showing us he has sleeves and a heart. So we'll see where that goes.
Mm-hmm.
But so we know as the audience that something exactly like this is destined to happen to Cloud. So this is a big foreshadowing. It's posing the question of what happens. This is a what if you are caught in the live stream, what happens to you? What happens if they can't get you out? And Jesse's goal is, well, I'm going to save him by shutting down everything that's sucking up the live stream so he can go back in his body. How that makes sense, I don't know, but that's her motivation. And yeah, it's interesting. This isn't just like a one-off. They did this just because. There's multiple layers to why they chose this exact illness for her father. Yeah,
and I kind of look at this time around after playing Rebirth so recently, coming back playing Remake. I didn't give it a lot of thought. I didn't think hard on this one, but is this theory loaded? That was my question right there. Is this theory loaded? Should we think of this as a parallel? Is this something that is going on right now? It feels like Rebirth kind of does show us how you can be trapped, right? Where you have Zack and Biggs, your bodies, and then even Cloud more so with Cloud. His body is there, but he's stuck between. Right, somewhere in between, and I think this theory that Jessie has some sort of substance here, especially as you play Rebirth. Yeah. All right. That's you know what? I'll pitch that question to you guys, people watching. Comment, and then let me know if there's something you can make out of that thing. With Jesse's theory. That is, his spirit is stuck between his body and the heart of the planet. And then it will get sucked up and poof, gone. So, Mako is the essence of life itself. Memory and hope. That's a quote from Biggs.
Yeah.
And then he goes on to say, not something you burn in a reactor to keep the lights on. Hell no. But banana bread at work, bro?
Banana bread?
Yeah! Hell yeah, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Cloud says, no promises to keep at journey's end. Wedge responds in a way that made me laugh out loud. Guys, all right, I literally laughed out loud when he says, Cloud, she'll beat the shit out of us. Maybe I died. I was done. It was good. And Cloud says, not my problem.
This is her dad, so I mean.
Yeah, Cloud, she'll beat the shit out of us.
You can't talk about this, Cloud. You can't tell her we told you this.
Cloud, or
we want
Cloud
you to
says,
understand where she's at, but you can't bring this back up, bro.
Yeah, come on now. Come on, bro. Cloud says, not my problem. Biggs laughs and says, this guy just takes off. Dude just takes off running, man.
Man, what I love is that this comes back up later. So we're gonna come back to this.
I
Yes.
like that he got distracted to play with the cats, though. Like,
yeah. See, watch him
guy.
do it. Watch him do it. Oh, he missed it. Hell no, bro. Where is he? I'm trying to get to the point where he goes, this guy, boom, and like he just takes off running. The animation kicks in where he has to run, like the scripted gameplay segment. There are no guards here at the freaking gate. What? There he goes. They investigate to find a body, incapacitated. Then, as the flare goes up, it's time to go. But guess what? You can hit that. Oh wait.
Whoa.
Warriors of Gripe says here, take some money and go find a real job. I don't know if you're hyped enough to be called the Warrior of Hype. False advertising.
Oh man.
This guy's gonna be my villain.
Excalifo about to come out on chat in a minute.
He's gonna be this person here. This person right here is gonna end up becoming the villain of the Warriors of Hype. You know what? We needed a villain because I was talking about this earlier. We're the Warriors of Hype, which implies that we're in a battle. We're fighting, right? Who are we fighting? We found him.
Gripe.
We found him. I'm going to take your money. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Thank you for that.
Wait, did we have to address the super chat from Matt Alexander?
This isn't over.
Of the episode?
I think so. What did he say?
All he said was good night. I just want to make sure. Matt Alexander,
hey.
if we didn't do that, good night.
Hey, I know Matt Alexander watches the entire episode. So Matt Alexander, thank you so much. I think we said it. Listen, Warriors of Gripe, this isn't over. The saga begins now. All right? You are now the arch nemesis of our channel. And this villain arc that you have started right now, it will go on forever until one of our flames are forever extinguished. Okay?
Oh.
Damn.
That's
bold
right.
Words, Dan. Bold words.
Thank you.
Vinny, get in here. We need to be imposing. Vinny, where are
friend.
you?
All right.
Vinny, go flex your muscles.
What is he? He becomes the Fire Starter.
Yeah, the Fire Starter.
The Fire Starter.
The Fire Starter.
Oh my god. All right, here we go. Funny. There's no guards here. Okay, you can hit that training center if you want to. Biggs is explaining the mission once more. I think it's right here. Cloud looks up to see the fan on top of a building, which now triggers a memory, but it's a clean memory. This is important because up until this point, any kind of flashback or whatever has been a... But this one is just a nice, clean memory here, all right?
Yep.
So he is remembering something that truly happened here. So this is the promise. This is the promise. This was in the original game. This would have happened at the bar when they were talking in the first place. But this is why Tifa says she deliberately chose that word trapped. Because as kids, she says to Cloud, promise if she's ever trapped or in trouble, Cloud will come save her. So she deliberately chooses that word trapped in the previous chapter. And when Cloud didn't remember it, and he didn't acknowledge it, that's why she felt disappointed. But now Cloud, it's like the memory came to him now, and here it is. Here it is, and thus the promise has been made. Okay, so now he's going to keep that in mind until next time he sees her. Jesse's flare does go up this time. It's time to go. Cloud does a cool...
Hold on.
Whoa. We're just going to skip over the promise?
I'm going to point out
yes.
that Cloud... I mean, okay, so they keep looking up. They got the stars up there, right? And it's really focused on Cloud's hopes and dreams, which is... We just came off of Big saying hopes and dreams. Cloud wants to be someone. He wants to be a soldier. He wants to be, in his words, the best of the best, like Sephiroth. So he wants to be recognized. He wants to be seen, right? Tifa literally asks him if he thinks he'll be in the papers, and he says that he'll try. So it's interesting that his goal is to get recognition. His goal is to stand out. He's drawn to Sephiroth the same sort of way that Roche is drawn to him, right? And Tifa kind of brings it back and she grounds it, right? And she's not asking him to be great. She's just asking him to be present. She just wants him to be there, right? Mm-hmm. Like if you make it, like, just remember me. Like, if I'm ever trapped, just help me, right? It's interesting. It's interesting just that she grounds it and brings it back. But yeah, I just want to point out that the trajectory that he's on mm-hmm. and how he's looking at Sephiroth is a very, very, like, clear, in my mind, clear parallel to sort of the behavior that we have with Roche and how he's acting and this sort of like Cloud Sephiroth, Roche Cloud dynamic. But we get more depth to exactly how Cloud feels here.
Yeah.
And like where that sort of came from. And there's another interesting thing, right? Well, we're not there yet. Never mind. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm putting ideas together. We'll talk about it after he fights Roche. I got some more.
Okay. Just to kind of go to that Nibelheim, the promise there, because I feel like we don't see that full scene play out, right? Anymore, right? So this is coming from Traces of Two Paths. This might be nice for you guys to hear from Tifa's point of view. All right, so what Tifa was thinking as she goes out there, she was actually kind of excited, right? But also kind of nervous of what Cloud was going to tell her. Like, why did Cloud want to meet? She even took the time to pick out a pale green dress, the color of young leaves, and things like that, right? We're just really taking time here. But she merged into the night with a gasp. Stars. The sky was full of countless glittering stars, like raindrops suspended in the sky, ready to come falling down at any moment. Now, I gotta pause right there because I made a video on that. Look at the box art of Crisis Core Reunion. Raindrops suspended in the sky. What does it mean? She wondered what Cloud would say to her up on the water tower. What special feelings might he confess? And if he did venture a step beyond friendship, how would she respond? Did she love Cloud? Did she like him more as a friend? Or more than a friend? She pressed her hand to her chest as though the thought swirled. Of course she liked him. But she felt it wasn't the kind of like that made you want to be together with a certain person forever. That little strife boy has a face like an angel. Shortly afterward, that was like, it was in italics.
That little strife boy.
That little strife boy.
Yeah,
that was in italics.
That little strife boy.
That was in italics. That was her mom speaking, I think, there. Anyways, we're going to go up there. She was like, what is going on here now? You know? Let's see. I was trying to get all to the point. I thought I had the point where she actually talks to Cloud. For a brief moment, time stood still on the water tower. There it is. This is it. This is, just promise me one thing, she began. When we're older and you're a famous soldier, if I'm ever trapped or in trouble. She hesitated and then blurted out, promise me you'll come and save me. For a brief moment, time stood still on the water tower. She hadn't come intending to say something like that. It just popped into mind. But once the promise was sealed, it seemed to her a thing of singular importance. She discovered that Cloud, the quiet neighbor who had always seemed as unreachable as the stars, was just a normal boy like any other. She'd come to understand that she did like him. And it was that kind of special, like, that one that ties up your heart, making you yearn to be with that person for the rest of your days. Wow. Wow. There it is. traces of two paths. I just wanted to kind of add some context there as that promise was made of what was going through the mind of Tifa. All right? There it is. I didn't expect it to turn into so lovey-dovey up in here. I forgot about that part.
That little strife boy.
That little strife boy. Well, that little strife boy. All right, here we go. Here we go. We're going in. It's time to make a deviation. A deviation. He covered it in bioluminescent algae.
Oh, also, the only note I had from Jackie herself, by the way, was... is he gonna hit it? Yeah.
There we go. Hey, wait. Is it lost its luster?
No.
Okay. Just making
sure. Locked in. I'm just locked in. Well, you know what it is? It's hard to be excited about it when the note itself is...
No, okay.
All I said to her was... I was like, babe, your fans, they need you. They need your contribution, because she was busy doing other stuff while I was doing this, so she couldn't take my notes for this chapter. I was like, babe, your fans, your adoring public, the adoring public needs to know at least one thing from you. So I handed her the book, and she just wrote "Good night" with a heart. That's it.
Aw.
Wow.
So,
wow, this podcast is just going in all the different
and
emotions right now. It's so beautiful.
Like 10:45 here.
When she said that,
right now, good night. Yeah.
When she said that, did she feel like there was the only kind of good night that you would say when hearts and like emotions would swirl inside your heart? And she clutched her heart and she said that, and like it's the kind of good night that you would want to spend the rest of your life with that person.
Yeah, and she was also just tired.
Was there context there? Read the context, man. It's there.
Yeah. Oh, she's there. Oh,
and I meant it.
And I meant it. Yeah.
I was half expecting you to actually be asleep. So I thought it was gonna be funny because it would be like, oh, she's actually asleep. So this is like me saying good night to you. If you're going to bed now, good night. Good night. Good night. Good night, Jackie.
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 No,
unless you stay up for the rest of this, in which case I'm honestly surprised you stayed up to this point. But
good night, Jackie.
Good night, Jackie.
No, good night, good night, Jackie.
No.
Thank you.
Good night, Jackie.
No. all right, here we go. All right, here we go. This is a cool swipe of the sword here by Cloud. Whoa! Is it the get hype moment? It might be. That was tight. I like that. Really cool there, Cloud. Thank you for that coolness. While Biggs and Wedge provide some Overwatch cover fire, Cloud sidesteps a barrage of missiles in the middle of this battle. He's like, what? Boom! I don't even care about your anti-air missiles, whatever the heck you just fired at me. Bad ass, bro. And then he gets surrounded by dogs, right? So Wedge comes in there, he's blowing a whistle like, follow me, you know? So the dogs just take off, chasing after Wedge, and probably... maybe the get hype moment when this dog clamps down on Wedge's butt and like he just, ow! I was actually going to make that the thumbnail. That was going to be the thumbnail. It was just like Wedge like grabbing his butt like in midair, and then like he was gonna be popping out of the border of the thumbnail and everything. But I was like, I don't know, maybe not. But
I got that rump roast, bro.
Yeah, I got that. So yeah, he gets there, man, and you know he's getting chased by you, fight him off, blah blah blah. The music is absolutely going off right now. This is so freaking good. I want to see if I can play some music for you.
Ready. Get ready. Watch that.
The music really kicks in when the sweepers come out. Check this out, y'all. Wait, these are the dogs. Bring in the sweepers.
Full disclosure, Wiley and I can't hear it, but we'll still vibe with you.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm afraid that if I put the like the audio pass through on this, it might like double up on the audio for the viewers.
That's fine.
I'm glad someone's enjoying themselves.
Yeah, here it comes. Listen to this music, y'all.
No holding back. There. This is too long.
man, when the sweepers come out, that's some good music. Love it. So now, where am I? Who knows? Where are we? Let's find out.
Try this.
Let's go back here. All right, now listen. They become surrounded again, but this time, Roche shows up to even the odds. Any objections? You know what I mean? Like
Bro fixed his bike.
little Final Fantasy 16
Fixed his bike.
tie-in
Did not
there.
take long.
I'm here to even the odds. Any objections? Good stuff.
And you got it free on video, so you know
Mhm.
that's interesting.
Yeah, dude, it's happening. It's happening. It's all coming together.
It's all coming together.
Yes. He asks Cloud to dance, just the two of us. Here we go. Let's jump to that moment. Here we go.
Yeah, wasn't he just like saying like, "Oh, until next time," and then it was like 10 minutes later?
He's like, I just couldn't be apart from you. His heart longed for the chase.
I guess in game, to be fair, it was probably much longer, but for us, it was really not that long.
I mean, they had a full dinner meal.
Yeah, they had a full dinner. They
Yeah.
drove down the rest of the expressway. Like, I'm sure that, like, you know, it could have been like an hour or two at this
Yeah,
point.
they
We
played
have no
basketball
idea how
off screen.
long. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's the
Uh,
part I was talking about.
That's the part I was talking about.
You know-
All right, so yeah, he just comes in here. Are we having fun kicking the hornet's nest? And now he's challenging him here. So he says, "You turn the key. The engine roars with excitement. It hungers to be set free." And then Cloud is like, "You satisfied after the battle is over?" And he's like, "With such fleeting pleasure? Hardly. There are higher heights to which you and I can still soar." I feel like that had a payoff, right? In Rebirth, that line paid off.
That had a payoff. I'm sorry. There's like, I before we continue to talk about Roche, he's gonna consume a lot of time. I have a small gripe.
Oh
Very small.
no, Warriors of Gripe, the villain is
No.
gonna pop in, bro.
Wait, Lee, are you the one in chat?
Yeah.
I might be.
Created the account today?
I might. Yeah, it could be me. I mean, my hands are free, but like, just
Show me
hopefully
your
my
feet.
feet don't. Yeah, I was gonna say hopefully my feet don't like close out my call or whatever I did last time. No, like this is just one of those things where it's like I feel like when you're first playing something, you don't catch it, and then you think about it after it happens. Biggs and Wedge just like walk away.
Yeah.
Like nothing
man.
happens with. I'm sorry, man. Like
Bro
I feel
code.
like this is but this is like the troops don't try and detain them. Like
No.
everybody's just caught up in the spectacle
Bro,
here.
them
when
both
a
troops
sides.
know
soldier?
better.
Yeah, I was gonna say when a
Those troops
soldier,
gonna get killed.
an
You think that
unhinged
Roche
soldier.
cares if they go after Biggs and Wedge though? Or do you think
I don't know.
that he's
I don't know.
Bro,
I don't know.
I
That's what I'm
think.
saying. Like, I felt
listen,
like I was like,
listen, Roche, who just came in and freaking sideswiped a bunch of people with his motorcycle and just needlessly killed them as they come, and he tells me, just the two of us, I'm stepping aside.
no, I'm fine with that.
I ain't even
I'm
going to
just
hunt down Wedge
saying,
and
like,
Diggs. I'm going to let them be there too, man.
I'm just
It's like,
saying, why are
right.
the troops not continuing their try? Like, listen, I get not getting involved with
Because
these
there's an
two.
unpredictable like mayhem creating crazy soldier third class running
Yeah.
amok, and you
I'm
just,
holding hands. Yeah.
They're just like, all right,
You keep your
ceasefire
eyes
until
locked
this is
on
done.
him until he leaves. Like you don't let him
Yeah,
go in your
well,
peripheral. You could get
funny
killed
thing
real
about-
quick.
Yeah, that's
Funny
like you
about
better
that,
watch him too because he's trying to perform. And if you're not watching him perform, you find him boring, and now you're gonna die too. Like this guy,
Dude.
this guy's unhinged. He's almost Homelander. Not that crazy though. He's not that. He's a good guy.
It is funny though when you were like, oh yeah, he came and killed a bunch of people. My exact note was, yeah, if I was a Shinra trooper, I'd hate working with this guy. Like I'd hate this
That's what
guy,
they said.
dude. Like if I was a Shinra trooper, like I know that half of them already, like we've seen them. They're like, oh god, he's showing up.
Yeah.
Like, no, but like yeah, I would be so mad. I'd be so mad if I had to deal with this whole like fuck ass situation, and then this motherfucker
Yep.
shows up. I'd be so mad, dude. Like, get him out of here. Get him out.
All right, so I got stuff to say about this
Okay,
right
go
here
ahead.
before we move on. So Cloud beats Roche, right?
Yes.
It's pretty clean, decisive. Roche, interestingly enough, he's not angry. He's in awe. He just wants to fight Cloud again in the future. He doesn't want this to be over, even though it was decisive and he lost, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Cloud wanted to be like Sephiroth, and now we have somebody who looks at him in the same way. He just wants to bump into him again. Just wants to rub elbows with him again, right? He's drawn to him like gravity, right?
Mm.
So like his name implies, like Roche limit implies, he's caught in the orbit of someone greater than him. And so what's really interesting about this fight to me is that it provides multiple levels of validation for Cloud. Cloud is not actually a soldier, right? Spoiler alert, guys. He thinks he is, but he's not. But he just beat a soldier in a duel. And now he is actively being idolized by someone else. He's being idolized by another soldier the same way he idolized Sephiroth. And what's interesting is that should feel like a victory to Cloud. Like this should feel, all of these things would be important to true Cloud. A true Cloud is like masked over right now so hard. So it doesn't feel like victory because his identity is off. His identity is off. And so this imitation that he's wearing right now is not his identity. And so he doesn't get anything from this. He's just like, okay, cool, whatever. But like 16-year-old Cloud would be like, yo, I just kicked the soldier's butt. He idolizes me. This is everything I wanted out of that flashback I had 5 minutes before I fought this guy. Like these puzzle pieces fit together clean. You know what I'm saying? It's forcing you to kind of look at Cloud and go like, how come bro ain't happy? Like what's really going on here? Like what is happening here? Yeah. So
like that.
Anyway, that's my thoughts.
Yeah. All right, so now Roche is going to get on out of here, and they're going to get surrounded. Well, they get surrounded by an army, right? All right, let me find where I left off. Sorry. Yeah, army shows up. The Cloud begins to approach Wedge before Biggs pulls him away. Okay, well, before all that, Roche comes in and he clears the house. He's like, let's meet again. Let's do it, blah, blah, blah. He gets out of town. More army shows up surrounding Cloud and the crew. What was important here is that, well, another Avalanche cell shows up to kind of clear out. So everybody's clearing out, but Cloud approaches Wedge. Wait, I'm missing a point. I'm missing a part. I'm sorry. I lost my point. What
is that man doing with that bike? I'm sorry.
What's he doing?
Well, you're finding your point. What is he doing?
I found the point. I found it. So like
what's this guy up to?
He takes out the sweepers, right? But there's still more sweepers left over. And what's important here is that I think they want to focus in on this particular moment where Wedge gets wrapped up in chains, and they highlight it where Wedge says, "Run while you still can," or something like that. Get out of here. Now, Cloud, at the beginning of this game, the character we've becoming, we've come to know as Cloud, and now we're starting to question, like, why is he, okay, maybe he isn't, he's got this hard exterior, but maybe he is, like, he does care after all, because when he says, "Run while you can," Cloud doesn't run. He stays, he turns it, and he readies his sword.
Yep. Covers his back.
He covers his back. Yeah, so it just signifies here that Cloud is not running. Once the job was over, it was not over for them. He is here, and he's sticking around. And I think that was another thing that's going to get brought back around at the end of this chapter when Tifa says, "You're not thinking about leaving, are you?" Cloud is here, and he's staying, which is different for what we heard at the beginning of the game. Once the job's over, we're done. And so now we're getting to see that Cloud covers his 6. He's readying his sword, ready to fight. Once the Avalanche cell shows up and clears house, Cloud is ready to go pick up Wedge off the ground, and then that's when Big has to pull him away. But, Wedge was ready to help a bro up, man. Just like, let's go, let's get up. And Biggs pulls him out and was like, "Listen, if they start asking questions for you, that's going to be some crazy stuff." Biggs explains that this is a holier than thou pain in the ass. Like this group thinks what they do is the be all end all. Like we are the what we say goes. And he also says that they've kind of detached from this group because they're extreme. This Avalanche cell that Biggs is part of with Barrett is extreme. Excalibur.
Yo, so yeah, I'm gonna piggyback right off of that. So what's interesting about this moment with Avalanche, Old Guard, is that what they call it? The Old Guard?
The Old Guard, yeah.
Yeah, so there's a similarity between the old guard and Shinra, and it's almost poetic, right? There's this whole thing where they're coming in to clean up their own mess before anyone else knows what's happening, and it's kind of unsettling because it's like the lines aren't just blurred; it's almost like they're interchangeable. It's like both of the heads act in sort of the same way, which is it's just interesting. They're cleaning up their mess, right? And I just want to point out one more thing is that these are the dudes that we saw in that 2015 reveal trailer. These old guards. We see that old guard in that reveal trailer, that CGI trailer.
Yeah, when they're like going up the stairs. That's right. Yeah.
Yep.
Which we thought was like the sector plate or the reactor, or the plate staircase. That's what we thought. But yeah, that's absolutely true. Yeah.
We also get Big says here something about word is they cut a deal with Wu Tai, promised them all the materia and Midgar. Any truth to that?
Who does
and
that sound
obviously
like?
Yuffie, obviously, right? That's the DLC we're gonna hit after this. We know that's true because that's basically what Yuffie says, and so it's starting to make sense why the people in the Sector 8 plate in Chapter 2 would assume that a terrorist attack was from Wu Tai. There's actually a precedent for it, right? And Avalanche right here is connected to Wu Tai. So it all sort of comes together if you read in between the lines with everything you get here.
Yeah, I mean, you got this old woman who's just agitated out there, and she's like, the securities officer's like, "Ma'am, please calm down. I need you to back inside, okay?" But this old woman, "It's Wu Tai. Let me get my gun. I'll teach him to mess with my Midgar. Don't you worry about me. I killed myself a platoon worth of them bastards back in the day, or back in the war. Yes, thank you for your service. Now, if you could just allow me to escort you back into your home." But she was ready to beat that guy with a broom. That's one of the things there, and like so basically they're already like just they're feeding into that Wu Tai thing. Yep.
The soldiers are all saying it's a false alarm. They're denying there was any sort of terrorist attack. Like they already have a prepared narrative for this whole thing. You know, it's like it's not what people are. It's not what actually happened. It's what people are allowed to believe. That's what I'm trying to say. That's how control works, right? They're not just controlling through force. They're controlling through narrative.
Exactly. All right. Cool. Let's see. All right, we get pretty fun moments coming up here. So you regroup with Jesse. Military trucks drop off Wedge and just roll on out. Wedge thinks he was shot in the ass. This is so funny, man. Biggs just immediately said, "Let's see," and just pulls down the pants right there. It's just it's freaking hilarious. And Jesse goes over and goes, "Your ass is fine." It's the funniest stuff, dude. I love this. And then slaps it. Oh, man.
She had to put a raspberry on the cakes. Man. Anyways.
I love it. Oh, man. So this is look, we're 4 chapters in to the remake of Final Fantasy 7, and I feel like we're getting these funny moments of the levity here. And it's really highlighted in this chapter where of course you have the camaraderie between this group here, and it's just so funny, man. I love that this. I love that this is literally, it's an ongoing joke or whatever that lasts the entire thing about ass. It's just so good. You know what I mean? Like it just keeps going. We got that. Your ass is fine. And then my favorite line in the entire game is coming up soon.
Yeah, real quick, I want to say. Like to try and analyze this ass talk a little deeper for a second.
Please go deeper.
No, but I think like genuinely the reason
I throw you off a little bit.
No, we're good.
No,
I had to think for a second. No, I'm good.
Okay.
No, I think genuinely that the reason like Cloud kind of smirks there, because at first I thought it was funny, and then they're like, "Oh, look, he's smiling." But knowing Cloud's character and knowing his headspace right now, I honestly think that the reason he finds it so amusing is because this is very like that whole exchange with all of them, like, you know, Wedge almost dying And, you know, like, he's like, oh man, my ass. And like, they're just like, no, you're fine. And then she like, you know, playfully like smacks him like, and he's like, yeah, like, it reminds me a lot of like soldier banter. And like, it just like that kind of camaraderie is the type of thing that Cloud, I think, like it might hit a nerve with him in like a positive way, because it's something that he, you know, might resonate with, you know, like his time an infantryman, or the idea of what you know, being a soldier is like to him. That type of banter, I think, is something that he kind of just, you know, falls in line with and enjoys, because it just, you know, it's a bit more familiar to him. Right now, a lot of what he's doing is a front. And of course, that's just speculative, but that's the kind of impression I got when I saw him chuckle in that moment. I'm like, yeah, this is something that definitely could have happened in a barracks. That he, like, you know, some buddies just doing, like, after, like, an intense mission, and it's like, oh, yeah, we're all cool. Like, they're just, like, you know, kind of brush it off, move on, being you know, homies. So, again, no, not based in any actual, like, you know, fact.
No, I like
it's
that,
just
though.
The impression I got from it, though.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, these are just soldiers kind of bantering and being soldiers together.
Camaraderie, yeah.
Yeah.
And you can tell that this is what really brings Cloud out, man. Like, I mean, now he actually laughs. That's the first time he didn't just smile, he laughs. And like a big smile. So like it brings Cloud out. Like, so he's not as closed off as he's letting on. Like he loves this stuff. Like, this is what Cloud is all about right here.
He loves ass.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he loves ass.
Kick it back about
My boy
20
loves
seconds. There's a sequence right here that basically shows some of his growth, and it feeds off that scene you were talking about earlier where Wedge is afraid Jesse's gonna beat him up.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
He just says it. He just says it. And then like Jesse goes, huh? So like Cloud said, he was like, yeah, hopefully this mission goes well for your dad's sake.
Yes. So okay, so we don't have to play this through, but I'll give you my take on it. So when Jesse comments about the blasting agent, the next bomb, and Cloud attempts to sympathize, the guys cut him off because they told him all this stuff in confidence, right? They're trying to protect Jesse. Cloud is trying to connect with her right here in this moment.
Mm-hmm.
But ultimately he does back off, and he respects the guy's wishes. So it's an interesting show of solidarity because it's relatively low stakes, like especially like compared to the life and death situation they were literally just in. And the fact that Cloud obviously has good intentions. He's trying to sympathize with Jesse. So it's growth that he's able to recognize and acknowledge the boy's request while he's trying to do this anyway. He's showing he cares on multiple levels. He cares about Jesse, and he cares about Biggs and Wedge. You don't really see anything like this. And this is just super, super subtle, just real quick while you're running down the alleyway. It's not even like a cutscene. It's just as you play. And this is all growth.
And you could easily just, as a casual player, you could just like, oh, it is a little fun banter. But like that is really good character growth there. And like not even just camaraderie growth. Like the team has really come together at the end of this.
We're gonna get a bunch of bros out of Wedge here, and there's some funny like continuation of this growth.
Yes. All right, so Jesse has a plan to get back to the slums. Big says HQ is running an op tonight. Could be a bad omen. He says this multiple times, guys. They're ramping up for something. And guys, they're ramping up for something, y'all. Like, I don't think we fully got that in Rebirth, but man, we're getting the breadcrumbs right now for basically wartime, all out war, and hopefully like that could be something that's in part 3. It just feels like we're building up to that in part 3. Shinra and Wutai will be at war. And then Cloud says bluntly, we already went through that, but hopefully for the blood dad's sake, but of course that wasn't. He was just trying to connect. All right, it's parachutes. Biggs and Jesse are paired together, and Cloud and Wedge paired together. Before jumping, Jesse runs towards Cloud, like just rushes towards Cloud without a care of Big, like, whoa, funny moment. Swing by my place after so I can pay you in full.
And it's not like the other dudes can't hear her say all that. Like, what? She like puts her hand up, but it's like, come on, bro. They're right there.
Come on now. Hey, yo. You know,
Oopsie daisies.
Oopsie daisy, girl.
I like all this suggestive talk. I just appreciate the realism in the body matching for tandem skydiving. I think that
Of course, Lee.
I you know, as the only person you might know who's able to say he's jumped out of more planes he's landed in, I personally appreciate the fact that Wedge was paired with Cloud, because when you tandem skydive, you know that front load, like, it's heavy, so you need somebody who's built to take it. You know, that's all. I just
That's
wanted
all
to-
for it.
yeah, like Cloud's built for this moment.
Well, you ain't
know?
gonna have Cloud be Little Spoon. You know what I mean? Little Spoon.
Cloud wouldn't
Obviously.
have Cloud be Little Spoon, bro.
You know, I mean, well, here's the thing: is like ideally, like, well, if we're gonna get technical here, if we had to do a tandem jump, I think that Wedge should probably be the shoot deployer
Oh, I thought
and
you were
probably
talking
pair him
about
with
us.
somebody like, yeah, no. Oh, wait,
Would I be Little Spoon?
What?
You get the ain't your bro right here.
Would I be
Ain't
Little
your
Spoon?
bro?
You could be Little Spoon.
Obviously.
Can I be a fork?
Okay, obviously.
Can I?
Can I be a little fork? Ew, bro.
You guys gonna be spoons. I just want to be the fork.
Bro, man. We're gonna be... ah, man.
What do you mean by that? What do you
Oh,
take?
what do you mean by fork? Like,
Well, like, if you guys are spooning, I just wanted to be next to you. I didn't.
this does not do any justice or like any kind of favors for Cloud here. When I first saw this, I was like, why is Cloud
I thought that
grabbing
too.
Wedge's butt?
Yeah, I thought
It
that.
just, yeah, I don't know if that was intended or not, but I was the first thing I saw, and every time I play
Yeah.
it, I'm always like,
He's
man,
making sure he didn't get shot.
yeah, we do get the bro thing going back and forth. I love it, man.
Not your bro.
I hate
Yeah.
your bro. Why you gotta be such a hard ass, bro? It's the best.
Yep.
Oh,
This
man.
really
Bad
doesn't do
jokes.
any favors for Cloud.
It
That's
really
so
doesn't, man. But here we go. It's
So-
actually Wedge's hand. He's like, oh man, I wish I could have
Do you
done
think they
more.
did that camera
They know
angle
what
to?
they did.
Yeah,
They
I was
know
gonna say,
what
They
did-
know. Like, do you think they know?
I hope they know now because
They
they're
know now
watching.
for sure. Oh,
I
but-
think it's funny if they wanted you to like have a question about like, whose hand is that?
just a moment of like what the heck. But
What?
yeah, it's definitely Cloud or Wedge. Cloud's got his hands on the chute.
He also has gloves on.
He's also got gloves. But anyways, this is an important piece of dialogue here as Wedge. I mean, if we go back to chapter 1, I think it was chapter 1 and maybe even 2, where Cloud was just like, dude, I don't care. Like Wedge wanted to, no, it was at the end of chapter 2 when they're on the train and Wedge wanted to open up and talk to Cloud, and Cloud was like, just save it. I ain't trying to, whatever. And he's like, oh man,
Yeah.
you really make it difficult, man. So, but now Wedge is like, I wish I could have done more. And I think this is Wedge's vice, or Wedge's like setback thing that I was talking about. What stops him from his motivators, but he just always wishes he could just contribute more. He wants to do more and more. But here it is. I just got hurt, whatever. But Cloud reassures him here, which is awesome. Cloud tells him like, "Hey man, you should be proud of yourself. You did awesome. You took one for the team.
Took one for the team. Yep.
Took one for the team." And then that's Cloud referring to him in the team, which is great. So you took one for the team. You should be proud of yourself.
Getting glimpses of Cloud's little facade dropping a little bit.
Yep, and as a leader there. So back on the ground, we're going to go back to the ground. Everybody's really excited. Like, woohoo! We're flying high these days. They're just really excited.
Get that little Top Gun sounding riff that goes on in the
Oh,
background.
Oh man. Dude, anytime I watch this scene, it just makes me want to jump again, dude. Like, I want
With a parachute, I hope.
Just makes me want to jump again.
Dude, it's fun.
No, you guys don't know. Like, Lee used to jump off roofs and stuff.
Man,
Off roofs.
I just jump off roofs and stuff, man. This dude crazy.
This is like middle school, so this is like probably like before we did the rebirth thing. Might have been during. I don't know.
Bro, you're doing a lot of those. You've been really ribbing at my All right.
I had
So
a
are you
friend-
celebrating your 60th birthday? How long ago was that?
Man, bro, about as long ago as middle school was for you.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, it's great. It reminds me of a friend that I had. He jumped off the roof onto a trampoline. I told him not to do it. It was really stupid.
Oh, did he do the thing where you go and then like whoop? Like you don't bounce.
Oh
like,
wait, no, but I thought I had told you this story, but no, it's the same dude that did this next thing, which is I will always remember it for the it's always going to be in my mind because I'm a good friend, right? I would always be there to check on you, make sure you're cool, and whenever you get hurt. But dude jumped off the roof, whatever, and this is during band practice, by the way. We really made a lot of music. But so like he jumps off the roof onto a trampoline, and then the next thing he wanted to do was lower risk, not jumping off the trampoline, but it was the deck, and then there was a trampoline off the side of the deck, right? So that was there for our mosh pit. So whenever we had a drum solo, we would the rest of the band would do a mosh pit, come back on. But see, my friend, I don't know if I want to name names. It's embarrassing for him. There was a little like
let's call him Barry.
Yeah, well, I actually have a friend Barry, so that
all right, let's call him Larry.
There was a post sticking up right in the middle, right? And he said, I'm going to run, and I'm going to jump on the post, and then jump onto the trampoline.
No.
And I said, hey, man, that post is too high. And he goes, no, I can do it. And I said, no, that's you're not going to get the elevation to step on that. And then he was like, whatever. He was going to do it. So I stepped aside, and I watched him, and here's the post. Sure enough, he goes up, and he just whoop, and he falls like right on the rim of the trampoline where the springs are, boom, and like just folds over, and like he just folded over, and dude, he was like, ah, and I am ashamed that I busted out laughing and just I just started laughing at him, and like it's on video, and I'm like, oh man, I'm sorry, I'm a better friend than that, but I told you not to do that. And then when he tries to get up, you know how like trampolines have a lot of static, and he goes to try to get up, and then it shocks him, so his hand goes flying back. Like he's oh god, and I'm just laughing real hard at him, and I'm like, I'm sorry, man, I should have checked on you to make sure you were okay. It looked like you could have cracked a few ribs, but I told you not to do it. Anyways,
Larry.
Oh, good old Larry. Good old Larry. Let's get Zach on track right now, as we're down here on the. What are we doing? Chapter 4. Okay. Let's look at the. This guy's talking to Chadley.
Was it on the side of the
Source
screen?
by 91. It is chapter 4 this time. I made sure of it.
Good. Just making sure.
All right. So here we go. We're down here. We're going to do a few things. Like we're going to walk Wedge back home. Wedge is going to kind of fill us in on what I was talking about, the vices of these characters. Whereas, let's see, Wedge says Biggs has a problem overthinking things, worries about all possible outcomes. Now, it was a bit uncanny to see myself being described in this way, and like, I mean, he's just literally just straight up describing me, and then I see myself again when Biggs gets home. But yeah, like it's just like he's worried about all possible outcomes. I thought this was kind of funny because coincidentally, when we get to Rebirth, he's part of a possible outcome. I don't know, that Zach has to worry about. Ironically, maybe? Sure. I don't know. At Jesse's, Wedge says, it's all a game to her, bro. Don't fall for it. Life's the stage, love's the play. So don't fall for it. It's all a facade. She's got masks. She's being performative and all that other stuff, whatever. At Wedge's house, we meet the cats, Bigamous Rex, Reginaldo, and Mr. Smalls. I always want to just say that the naming convention was Biggie Smalls. But yep.
Bro, and Reggie, like I made a comment about this. We got our favorite 90s hip hop artists, you know. Like what's going on here?
Yes. I was like, that's the best I could do for that. It's got to be the 90s hip hop, because I mean, obviously, we got 97 when the game comes out, so it's got to be maybe a little tip of the hat to the 90s rap artists.
Now, I also want to point out that all the cats are still scared of him, right? They're still scared of Cloud.
Oh, yeah.
And what's interesting is this is pointing to the next scene, but when Tifa talks to him just in a minute here, she says that she likes that he's losing his hard edge because maybe Marlene won't be so scared of him next time. So I got to point the parallel that they're showing the cat scared of him. And then in the next scene, Tifa says Marlene.
Yeah, well, the cat's kind of like warmed up to him too, as just like in that moment. Yeah. funny that he's losing his hard edge when he's about to get one. You know what I'm saying? Because he's about to get the
Bro.
next sword. I'm sorry, that was really bad. That was I didn't even mean that as a.
Okay, all right.
I didn't even mean that as a sexual innuendo. I didn't mean that.
T for 2, bro. T for 2.
That's T for 2. I meant to say the sword. She's
like
maybe
the sword.
Maybe that's why Cloud calls it the hard edge. Because
Why Christopher Walken take
Who's
over
in your hard
like the
edge?
sword?
it was like the sword.
Like the sword.
It's the sword.
like the sword.
Yeah.
2 evil burglars.
If crept in. I want my tooth back.
Boy,
I want my tooth.
oh, dude. Oh, I hope people know what we're
I feel
talking
like
about when we
a
do
little
that.
kid who's just lost his tooth. He puts it under the pillow.
Only 2 evil burglars came and stole the tooth. Dude, oh man.
Oh
Christopher
my
Walken.
God.
Okay.
Oh man, it's funny
we
that
can
he
do
says
this, folks.
he lost his hard edge when he's about to get one. That was the best.
He is about to get a hard edge.
Did not mean it that way. Whoo, God. Anyways, kind of a little head rush there. I'm dehydrated. I need water. Cloud has the best line in this entire video game. He says, "Really sorry about your ass." Why did that make me laugh so hard? And it stuck with me all these years.
I think it's the sincerity.
It was really sorry about your ass.
Like
So good.
it just had like a genuine feel to it, which is funnier than
Yeah.
it just being like a sarcastic comment.
It's all good,
Yeah.
bro.
Sorry, Rich.
Um,
Dude, it's all good, bro.
It's all good, bro.
You think you know what they knew what they were doing? Come on now.
Yeah.
You think
Maybe.
you think I've been wondering this since I heard it.
Better
For those
call
who, I mean,
Soldier.
I'm sure everybody knows this, but for those who don't know, Wedge's voice actor is in Breaking Bad, and like Saul Goodman. So when I heard this the first time I played, and I hear Saul Good, bro, I was like, I thought he was about to say it, and then I was like, oh,
It's all good, man.
they didn't-
They
they
were
didn't
that
want to.
close.
they were so close. But we got Saul's other alter ego, Saul Good, bro. He's the lawyer you get in Midgar.
He's in yeah, Breaking Bad. He's
So on that blue crystal.
plays
that
Brandon
blue
Play-
material.
play-
Mayhew. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, plays Badger. So I just when he says Saul Good, bro, I thought we were gonna get a Saul Goodman reference, and I think this is
You
kind of a
should have said
cheeky
man
reference.
instead of bro. Like you could really
Yeah, if he
really
said it,
nailed
then
Saul good man.
yeah,
That would have been good.
Saul Good, man.
Saul good man.
'Cause-
Man, missed opportunity there.
I think that they purposely didn't do it so it wouldn't be too on.
It
the
wouldn't be
nose, but-
way too. Okay.
Yeah, like I do think this is a kind of cheeky reference to it, but I'm not positive on it. If not, it's a weird coincidence.
Just also kind of going off of the Wedge thing, just for one moment. After he says Saul good, bro, Cloud was about to say it's weird when you call me that, but like, I mean, he just had this dude calling him my friend like the entire time. So maybe I don't know why he's like, it's really weird when you call me, and he's like, hell with it, right? It's like he was trying to connect it, and then he's like, nah, you know what? No, I've reached my threshold. We're good. We've connected enough. It's all good. Now we go over here. We're gonna visit Jessie, and she's gonna give us protection. And coming back tomorrow for pizza. Protection meaning barrier.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought that was a hard
She's
joke.
gonna provide. I mean, I wrote it as a joke. That's what I mean, it's funny that you get barrier here. You know what I mean? As you're about
It's
to.
protect, right? Not protection.
That's some protection.
I'm like, why did he say protection?
You give him protection. That's what he's
Is it-
supposed to
is it-
get.
Well,
I
that's what he
mean,
gets.
that's what he
Okay.
gets. It's
what
funny.
you guys-
It's a funny little thing. The devs thought about it. You
You know
know,
what they did.
that's the analysis. You better come back tomorrow for pizza. And guess what? Here we go with these promises. All right, he says no promises.
Dude,
to
I
keep.
thought about you in this moment. I thought about you when that prompt
You did.
came up. As
Yeah, you said.
No,
you,
she
you know what I
asked
wanted
if
to
he
say.
likes the black Millie or the red Shelly or whatever on his pizza.
Mm-hmm.
Which that's actually part of the relationship dialogue that you can say to Barrett and Gagaga in Rebirth, and it's the 1-star answer.
Yep. All right. So here we go. Let's see. She says, "Nighty night, Psych. Now, Biggs is standing outside with a broom.
Wait, before
Middle
that,
of
I
the
just want to
night.
point out that
What's up?
if you try to go back in, I don't know if you guys tried, but if you try to go back in
Bad
to go
idea.
talk to Jesse, yeah, bad idea.
Bad
I don't know,
idea.
that made me laugh. Just like the realization that this, you know, I mean, it might not be a bad idea,
I mean,
but he doesn't go through. I don't know.
well, he's got barrier now, so you're good to go.
Bro, she literally gave him protection.
You gave him barrier.
But
Just saying.
oh man,
He's like, nah,
Just saying,
that's a
Clyde.
bad idea. I mean, like, bro, like,
bad idea.
about to go on a very dangerous mission tomorrow. I mean, but you know, Cloud's not ready. Biggs is standing outside with a broom in the middle of the night. All right, so like when that NPC in the last episode says he's got a major hard-on for cleanliness, he's out here sweeping
Yeah, bro, sweeping the outside. Like
outside that is dirt, like it's literally a ground of dirt, and he's just trying to sweep it. But what is important to note is that this is his way, is his coping mechanism, right? Cleaning. So when we find out that he is a very, like, you know, clean person, that's probably just his way of trying to deal with all the stress and anxiety that he's under, all the worrying. He puts all of that into just cleaning. That's how he decompresses, type thing. That's what I'm getting out of this. So Biggs is a warrior of hype. He's a warrior of hype. Yes, he's
A warrior of hype.
warrior of hype, and he's very much me, my alter ego warrior of hype. So here he is thinking about all the different possible scenarios, and again, Cloud is here to like kind of bring him back, like to like just like he did with Wedge, giving him reassurance that you did everything you could. Like, yo, for you, Biggs, I'm gonna tell you, like, yo, Biggs, cool, man, keep it cool. We're good. Everything's good. So then when you leave him, Biggs is like, yeah, tomorrow's gonna be a success, man. Thank you. And he's like, he seems like he's reassured. He's back on track. And he even tells Cloud, like, thanks, man. Like at the end of that, and that thank you is like that same thank you I tell you guys after I talk to you, right? It's a thank you, right? But
I mean, something to note is that Biggs is
what
arguably.
Buttercup didn't know was every time he says thank you, he's really saying, I love you.
Of
So
course,
something to note
As
is
you wish.
that-
As you wish. I had to bring that around. So anyways, like,
So something to note, Dan, is that Biggs probably has the most stressful job of the crew. Dan. Yeah, he's got to he's got to infiltrate alone. He's going
Yeah.
ahead of everybody else.
I'm just waiting for you to
So,
wear the I Heart Big shirt, Lee, because I mean, it always comes back to Biggs.
it always
all
comes-
roads lead
So,
back to Biggs.
I mean,
all roads
it
lead to
does.
Biggs.
I'm not saying it shouldn't. I'm just making an observation.
Another
Hey,
thing
man,
that was
you,
go ahead. Sorry.
I can appreciate it.
something to note, Dan. I was gonna say I wouldn't. You know, all the
Anybody
roads
want to
wouldn't
see
lead
that?
back to
Yes, I have
Biggs
one right
if,
here.
They didn't make him a more interesting character. I don't know. They just wanted to make him interesting,
Yeah.
and I like interesting. That's all.
I like
Anyway, what were you
interesting.
saying, Dan?
Well, I mean, it's interesting when Biggs says again that he feels like it was a bad omen because what happened is Biggs and Jesse's shoot got blown off course, which is important to note because I feel like that was the Whispers once again trying to get them out of the equation so that way Cloud can get in the equation. So they I guess they tried to do it this way. And it didn't work because Biggs is back home. They made it back, ready for the mission.
Oh,
And
that's
so,
interesting. I didn't even considered that it could be the.
yeah, I mean, like it said, we
Huh.
got blown off course pretty, like it was pretty far off course or something was what,
Well, you see, as a skydiver myself, there are random.
those
There
random
are sometimes
tailwinds.
random vortexes that can occur, and it is an actual phenomenon that can occur. But it'd be very bizarre seeing as the
Yeah.
plate.
See, well, the wind that swoops underneath of the plate, right? There's got to be some,
Actually, come to think of it, there could be some serious underdraft
got to
on
be
that
some
thing.
crazy stuff going on down there. Yeah.
There could be some
And
serious.
then, like, you got to
underdraft.
imagine it's like circling around the pillar and stuff, trying to get around that. Yeah, it's pretty crazy down there.
Yeah, you know what?
I bet
Actually,
there's something in the. There's probably something in the Ultimania. They really go through the entire like this is what it's like to live in Midgar type thing. I'll look it up while we're talking
I
next.
just think it's funny that he says it's a bad omen, and this is the
Mm-hmm.
dude who like Whispers have like a field day with in the next game. They're like, oh, you're,
Yeah, no kidding.
you know,
Yeah.
it's like he keeps talking about like he's acting, or he acts with this like air of superstition. He's like, oh man, felt like a bad omen. And then he worries the most about this stuff, and then sure enough, it's who's the guy that fate decides like, yeah, you know what? We're gonna challenge you on a cosmic level, and it's this guy, the one who's like buying into the omens and stuff.
I mean, we talked about that though, like last episode, man. We really made some good points about his purpose and things like he needs purpose and stuff like that. So, man, we did a really good one. I gotta clip that out eventually, make that a nice big standalone video or short.
Flip and ship it.
Clip it and ship it.
Open as shit.
Okay, so this part right here I thought was interesting. All right, little visual analysis. Okay, I'd like to point this out. All right, Cloud
Okay.
is laying in a bed where you sleep, correct?
Correct.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
No. So when you're sleeping, you're in a unconscious state, right? You're in the maybe you would call that a stream of consciousness of some sort. So sleeping again. Now notice how Cloud is on a bed that is half dark, half light.
Nobody uses blankets in these universes.
Nobody
man.
uses
Like,
blanket. He's not
Nobody has
even
pajamas.
That's because he's not in the live stream white and he's not in the live stream black right now. He's just on them.
Oh,
Yeah, he's
on the fence.
he's in the
right
middle
in the
of
line.
He's treading the line between. Okay, so light, dark, asleep. Pfft. That's purpose right there. That's purposeful. That's art direction. Or it's just this is the asset and they were just laying on it.
It's one or the other. There's no middle ground.
There's no middle ground, but it does just so happen to be later on. We'll get that later. But when the Whispers show up in the same bed, Tifa comes in. Time for a Tifa visit. She noticed that Cloud was gone for a while, so she was kind of keeping tabs. Not the one she gets as a bartender, you know. Seems like she was concerned that he might have left, right? So when she comes in, like, she even brings that up. She's like, you're not planning on leaving, are you? But Cloud recalls the promise, and Tifa sounds relieved, but didn't have this in mind when she put that on him. And Cloud says, well, if you want to talk, I'm listening. And Tifa is pleasantly
Throwback
surprised.
to tomorrow. Make sure you really listen.
Yeah, he's taking everything to heart.
He is.
Taking it
He
to
is
heart.
listening.
And he's listening. And then Tifa's like,
I got
pleasantly
skills.
surprised. I got skills? Come on.
I got skills.
And then this is where Tifa says he's losing the hard edge.
Well, good thing he's got his protection.
You think he's got protection, and he's gonna get his hard edge back. Maybe. Yeah, no. She laughs, and then she pauses, and then laughs some more. It's almost as if she's allowing herself to laugh, right? So she kind of laughs, and then she's laughing.
Coffee.
Now, like, this is a feeling that maybe she hasn't felt in a very long time. Like, all the stress that she's been under, all of the guilt that she's been, like, the things that she's doing, living a double life, things like that. So she is probably feeling this the laughter and emotion, joy? What? Haven't really felt this in a while. So when she laughs, she kind of does it a little bit at first, and then she pauses, and she allows herself to continue laughing. And then she says, really glad you're back, Cloud. Really glad. Because she just laughed. She just felt joy again. So that's why she was saying that to Cloud afterwards. And then, good night, Tifa. And then Cloud stares at the door as she leaves. Cloud
Now,
is
do you think
yeah.
she's saying she's glad he's physically back, or glad he's back to not being that guy whose eyes have changed, not being the hard edge guy?
A little
He's
bit of
back to the
both.
Cloud from that flashback. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say a little bit of both, but I think Cloud letting down that guard, losing the hard edge, and like saying like, "Hey, if you want to talk, I'm listening." It's like, "Whoa, what's gotten into you?" I like it, she says. She's like, "I like it," you know. And then now, so I think you're right about that as well, where it's also like
It's a double meaning there.
double meaning there. Yeah. She's like, "I'm just really glad you're back. This is the Cloud that I know," and she's been dealing with a Cloud that's been literally scaring her, is what she said in the last episode. So let's go to sleep. You know, everybody's telling him to go to sleep. So we go to sleep. This is when we see Cloud laying in the bed. Again, I point out the light and dark bed sheets, whatever. He's in the unconsciousness, right? He's unconscious. Here comes the whispers from the floorboards. Now, this is where things get it's getting a little out of hand, all right? So here comes this whisper getting all up in Cloud's face. Cloud is writhing almost, and then he grabs his throat like he can't breathe.
Bro's getting a Dementor's kiss right
He's
now.
suffocating. Yes, he's getting the Dementor's kiss. Yes, his soul is being
he needs some
sucked out of
control
him.
right now, bro.
Yeah, and where's your soul at? In the live stream. I'm just kidding. I keep bringing it
in your mouth.
in your mouth, and it gets.
In your-
But yeah, like he's like,
In
he
your
grabs
body.
his throat like he can't breathe. He's suffocating. And this I thought was, I'm actually kind of confused, and I don't know. There's been so many things. We played Rebirth, we go back to Remake, and now I'm getting a little confused with it all. So maybe you can help me out here. Put me on the right track here. Sephiroth doesn't have control over the whispers right now, right?
No.
So why is this
Otherwise, yeah.
whisper? Like, why is Sephiroth speaking through the whisper? Let me look it up. I'm sure the Ultimania has it.
Yeah, go to the Ultimania.
Yeah. I just
Yeah, we
want to
can
make
only
sure we
be
got it.
so smart all the time. Like, we can only be so smart so often. You know what I'm saying, Doug?
Yeah. Here we go. Let's find it. I got it right here.
Maybe there's actually two types of whispers in Remake, and we all just missed it because there's obviously two types in Rebirth.
This one just says it's peering at Cloud while he sleeps, confirming things are on track with Cloud after parting ways with Avalanche. It doesn't say anything about this is Sephiroth's whisper. So it might be just a coincidence that this whisper is staring at him while Sephiroth's like, he's speaking through his unconsciousness while he's asleep, just speaking through him. To me, it implies that this whisper is Sephiroth. Then I got confused because I'm like, Sephiroth is not in control of the whispers right now. The planet is. And then of course we do know that the whispers show up hardcore, so they are here presently, and they are making sure that the course of destiny is maintained here, because it's peering at Cloud while he sleeps, confirming things are on track with Cloud after parting ways with Avalanche, and then swarming the slums on the morning before the operation of the bombing of Reactor 5, trying to injure one of the mission members to ensure that Cloud participates in the operation to bomb Reactor 5. So that's what the whispers are up to. So what is this? Like, why is Sephiroth saying dream, Cloud? Dream the sweetest dreams. Again, I mean, this is loaded. The dream the sweetest dreams, right? Rebirth really dives into dreams. Let's just call it a dream, right? So we create these dream worlds that Aerith calls that. She even has her own dream world. So is Sephiroth almost wants Cloud to create this dream world, right? Like he's telling him to dream the sweetest dreams, you know? Where are we at right now? I know we're 2 hours 40 minutes into this, and I know the brain.
Is this the longest
No, I'm
episode
processing.
so far?
No,
So-
it's not. Yeah.
like, okay, so the first thought I had to explain like how all this works is, so Sephiroth doesn't need whispers or any of that to talk to Cloud
Right.
or to cause hallucinations, any of that. Sephiroth could literally just be talking to him, and the whisper is there by coincidence. They're not the same. Maybe they're just
Yes.
The whisper is there. You know, like Spartan said, he's keeping Cloud asleep long enough for Jesse to get injured. Meanwhile, Sephiroth is talking to him. It's not through the whisper. It's just simultaneous, and we're like trying to connect it because it overlaps and it's not necessarily the same.
So, just this part, in the same Ultimania, it does give you the who is Sephiroth that appears at whatever, blah blah blah. It shows you all the different Sephiroths that appear in each scene. In this one, it does show Sector 7 Slum Stargazer Heights. In Chapter 4, Cloud hallucinates Sephiroth's voice as he sleeps. Doesn't say anything about the whisper.
Okay. So they're separate. The whisper is there doing its thing. He's also hearing Sephiroth's voice.
Bigglesworth just sent. We're trying to explain the whispers part of the show. We're losing our mind.
At a quarter to midnight.
At quarter to midnight. Yeah. So like, I mean, these two things are separate, even though it feels like it's implying that this whisper, it's a misdirect in a way.
Yeah.
To make you feel like the whispers are part of Sephiroth's plan. But yes, what Sephiroth says here is dream the sweetest dream is very like, it just, again, I keep saying this in every episode. I even started saying it in every episode of Rebirth, but dreams and sleep keep popping up in every chapter. I don't think there's been a chapter I've missed where I haven't pointed out a sleep or dream, or in like Rebirth, specifically Rebirth, where they kept telling Cloud to go to sleep. Like, people were like, Cloud, you need to get some rest. Go get rest. Like, they keep telling Cloud to sleep.
Yeah.
All right,
I drove that in chapter 3 big time. So.
Yes. And here we are, we getting Cloud asleep, and every time he's asleep, it's like Sephiroth he's like, dream the sweetest dreams. Like, he wants him to sleep, stay asleep. So it's kind of crazy. And then we find out in Rebirth that like when he's not conscious in one world, he seems to be conscious in a different world. So I mean, it's kind of crazy. Kind of crazy there. Anyways, Tifa comes barging in, but Cloud's already alert. Don't worry about it. I'm ready to go. Cloud says, what's wrong? Let's go out there. And this is where Wily, it might be getting his limit break, because we come outside, we see the whispers. Now, it is like proven that nobody else, none of these civilians that you see the whispers. They think Barrett, Wedge, Biggs.
Yeah, this has got to be crazy.
They think they're going insane. And like they say, like there's people dialogue saying like after this, like, oh, they just started shooting at invisible things, and they were like, how did you know they were invisible? Oh no, you know, like it's great. So like, or no, it said, or at least somewhat invisible or halfway invisible. I'll find the quote. So like, it's like they could sense that there's something going on, but they can't see what's going on. But yeah, here we are. Cloud and Tifa come running out and just start hacking away at whispers. They're mysterious specters at this moment. So Wily,
there's just too many of them, man. This is
that's
like,
what she just says on the screen.
There's just too many.
There's too many of them. It's literally what she says,
man. It's excessive. It's super in your face. All subtlety is out the window. You know, it's like they've been playing their hand kind of carefully up to this point with how they're using them. You know, chapter 2 uses them quite a bit, but then after that, it's subtle up until now. And now it's just like, they're like, oh, we don't care. Like, it's like raindrops. Like, they're just everywhere. And not only that, it's setting up this premise that they can fight them, which, I mean, this is building up toward the idea at the very end where you fight, you know, the whisper weapon, basically, right? But man, it just felt so invasive. It's like, why is it subtle? But now it requires all of this. Like, it requires all of this to twist Jesse's ankle. You couldn't do this with the same subtlety. No, for real.
No, I agree.
My limit went up. All right. So, but I mean, like, so, and then you look at Rebirth and they handle the same kind of things so much more subtly. The only time you see this many whispers is at the very end and when Tifa's in the live stream. Totally acceptable. This right now is just a whole mess, bro. It's a whole mess.
Yeah, this is crazy. Just to like just knock her out of commission. Not even permanently. Like they're not even snuffing her out. This is just to temporarily.
Like if you redid this scene, it would fix so many of my gripes with this game until we get to chapter 17 and Barrett gets stabbed and all that. My limit break's gonna go off again when we get there, okay? But this is when I knew. This is when I got scared. When I was playing the game the first time, I was like, "What are they doing?"
Yeah,
Like if they're willing to go this far on chapter 4,
Yeah.
what am I in for? And I got intimidated. Now, to be fair, they recover from this very well. You have a lot of chapters where there's very little whisper stuff and a lot of great chapters. But this is excessive, man. This was too much for me the first time.
Besides planting the seed of like, hey, we can fight these things, which I guess that was the initial intention. I wholeheartedly agree. I feel like this whole sequence would have been a lot better if we this is one of those moments where as OG players, you would go into this and be like, wait a minute, this seemed like, you could go up to the scene and have it feel like it's going to be a little different. Like Cloud's not going to go on the mission. He's just walking with Tifa to the bar. Like there is a way, there's a reality where we could have done this much more subtly. Like have it seem like things are just going to be different and Cloud maybe has to go wonder what he's doing. And then imagine him like walking back to his motel after walking Tifa to the bar. And then you hear Jessie screaming. You see like a whisper or two like swirling her, knocking her down. Then you're like, why? Like what that? Like there's a way you could have subtly have done this, to emphasize the point and move on from it. But instead, they do this huge like action spectacle thing.
But it's not even like a good action spectacle, right? Like what comes to mind is the Thanos line, all that for a drop of blood. But that was a good action spectacle leading up to that. This is not a good action spectacle. You're fighting a bunch of like hoods in the breeze. Like this, it's not even interesting. It's just frustrating. And you know me, I don't gripe, but when something deserves criticism, I will go in and be like, look, y'all didn't need to do all that. Like it could have been really
especially since, like you said, I don't want to go as far to say the scene's kind of insulting, but like the thing that it is bizarre is compared to every other time these guys show up, this is just significantly more egregious for something so relatively small when compared to like there's much bigger events where they feel significantly less direct with their approach. With this, it just I agree with you. It's just it was so much for
it could have been done better. Like if this is how you wanted to do it, you could still do it. There's still ways to do this.
Yeah, still have the whispers disable Jessie for the day. Like I'm not opposed to that. I think that idea is interesting. It's just I agree. Like they should have just been like I said, it should have been like a cutscene type thing. Like Cloud going up with Tifa, walking away or something. You hear Jessie scream. You look over. She's whispered, knocked over. Now she falls down the stairs, can't go on with the mission. Barrett goes, hey, can you do the mission? Yada, yada. Like it could have played out super similarly. I feel like the only reason they did it this way is to justify Wedge staying like behind. So that he can man the fort, because it's like, hey, there's a greater threat here. We might need somebody to be behind. That is the only justification I can somewhat see, and even then, I don't think it's that good of one. Because why?
Yeah,
like
it's going to show that, and like it's kind of crazy though, because like as much as the team bonded with Cloud, they'd almost probably be like, all right, we'll have Cloud join us. But I guess it's up to Barrett at the end of the day anyway. But I mean, I guess.
Well, and that's the thing. Like I'm ready to move to that scene and talk about that, because it'll show that a lot of this wasn't even that necessary. Like we can go to that right now. Like Cloud and Barrett literally skip apologies. They skip conversation and they just read each other. Like Barrett's like, here's the thing. And Cloud cuts him off. Gonna need a raise. Barrett's like, consider it done. And then he's like, I'm counting on you, soldier boy. And that's it.
That's it.
Like they just
They
read
cranked
each
it.
other.
Yeah.
Like
So there's a lot to there is stuff to unpack, right? There is stuff to unpack there with the whispers being and just to this is me playing whisper advocate.
Of all people.
Of all people,
you can take
how
my
am
little
I
break
doing
off, man.
this?
I just
Oh.
wish
No, it
they
stays
would
there.
calm this down a
That's,
little bit.
Ugh.
Oh, it doesn't go away, it just stays built.
I don't like
It
I don't
stays
like
built.
that. I don't like advocating for whispers. But all right, I'm trying to do this from a different point of view. Let it be known that if I had the floor right there, I would have been hitting the limit break just along with you, man. I would have hit it with you. I don't like this. So let it be known that I don't like the whispers in general in Remake. I don't like them at all. So that's why, like, going into this chapter by chapter thing, I always like kind of was. I had reservations about going into this because I'm like, a lot of this stuff kind of makes me mad. But looking at this from a like trying to find the narrative point here, why again, I say at the top is why a wall of whispers? Why so many of them? Why are they showing us this? And what I came to was like, well, they've been showing us one or two here and there to kind of show us that they have this like power to nudge in the right direction. They have this power to do this. But what happens when you step outside and you see in like a cyclone of freaking ghost figures that we've been only gotten a little one or two here and there? What happens when you see that? You start to realize like these are forces greater than anything I could have like imagined. Like these force, like now we're talking about a whole cyclone of them that's like almost feels like a hurricane as they're describing it. Like it just feels like there's so much pressure and so much going on. So it's like, okay, so they're showing us that whatever these things are, they're not to be trifled with. They are very powerful and they are trying to keep you doing, like they even said, are they trying to keep us from the bar? That's what Tifa says. Are they trying to keep us from it? And so they're already planting the seeds of like, they're trying to prevent and encourage. They're trying to mess around with things. Now, as an OG player, we know we're already on board with, we know what they're doing. And inherently, I would say you don't like it. But I mean, like, I don't know. I don't know what they were like, how they were hoping that this story would be digested in the long run and maybe people would come to understand and like maybe even appreciate. I'm still not getting that appreciation part, but I do understand them more than I did when I played this game for the first time. But man, I was like, I don't like this at all. They're sitting over here messing with my game. And that's their whole point, is to make sure that your game is your game, but the game is actively fighting against what you want to do, right? Like, or like what you want from it. It's a very, very bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see, you know what I mean? It's a very bold strategy, Cotton. Yep. But yeah, it's actively fighting against what your expectations are. Or no, it's actively fighting for your expectations while the game is fighting against it. Crazy. But yeah, you can tell that there's these forces that are beyond you could have comprehended before, and now you see that there's so many of them, and they just circle around and they cause Jessie to trip and fall, break her ankle. And yeah, like the outcome was not great, but we get the idea of what they're doing. Like the outcome was anticlimactic and whatever, but
I think one of the big points here too is that it's setting up this idea that you can fight it. You can fight back, right? You literally fight it in combat. It's not just that you're pushing against it and trying to get somewhere and it's slowing you down. You can actively fight it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's an important concept to set up. There's nothing mechanically that I disagree with that they're doing. In fact, that they're doing everything that they need to do. The only thing that bothers me is the scale of this. And there's two reasons. There's two reasons the scale of this bothers me. The first is that, like I said, it's raining whispers. Before this, we've seen one or two or three, just little swarm or something like that. We haven't seen anything this crazy.
Yeah.
So it escalated so quickly That's the first reason it bothered me. The second reason that it bothers me is because they're not saving the spectacle that they're trying to create here for later. So later when it happens, it's like, oh, it's like in chapter 4. It's not like, whoa, I didn't know this could happen. It's like, okay, like they're doing the thing again, like this is a line I'm not meant to cross. But the reality is every time there's a whisper, it's a line they're not meant to cross. They don't have to go. We don't need 1,000 of them. And that's really my gripe. Because everything else that they're doing in this sequence specifically makes sense with where the rest of the story is going.
Yeah, all right. I agree with. I think we're all on the same page with this. It's but here we are, man. Whispers are here, and they are definitely not going anywhere. And the analysis,
they are here.
Yeah, as we go forward with this analysis, we're gonna keep on looking at these whispers, and I'm trying to approach this analysis this time around with like, all right, I want it to be known. I don't like it, but I'm gonna see what I can do. I know. Like Prof Noctis would like for some reason he loves them, which is crazy.
For some
reason he loves them. But yeah, here we go. So like,
I think they're interesting, but only when done well, which
like
for the most part I'm not fond of.
But yeah.
I think Rebirth did them a lot better. But
I agree.
I get also that it was a very foreign concept to introduce. So even if it was done quote unquote better or more subtly in Remake, I still feel like the initial shock of it was just going to always, kind of, it was always going to put us off.
Yeah.
So maybe the design philosophy was, well, if we just overwhelm them with it, then all the subtle like uses of them in the future will be much easier to digest, because we came out the gate swinging with the Whisper Tornado.
Hey, in this case again here, like, just to kind of throw it back. Remember at the beginning of the game when Cloud was like, "Can you walk?" and she's like, "If I couldn't, you'd be the first to know." Well, here it comes. It goes full circle. She can't walk. Cloud picks her up. There you go. Little full circle moment there. Cloud has to pick her up, but she's like, "This is embarrassing." She hates being the damsel in distress. We get here. Wedge is like, "What happened to your leg?" I don't see anything wrong with it, but he's really...
dude. Okay, wait. Tiny gripe moment. Because this is something across both these games I noticed. These games would really benefit from just tweaking the models here and there. I feel like they hardly ever mess with the models in any like meaningful, like the character models, I mean, in any like meaningful way. Like this is where, like maybe some alternate outfits or just adding like noticeable injuries here and there. They like what he's like freaking out, but what do we see here? That looks like a foot.
There's a foot. I mean, she's got a bandage. I see the bandage. You see the bandage. It's there. She put it, but there it is. Okay, so she's not as nearly as much as the fuss everyone's making. Also worth pointing out that as soon as like the very first thing that Barrett comes up with it's those reactors. Like Barrett's already putting that blame on Shinra. That's what he does. That's his defense mechanism, is to revert to blaming Shinra for everything. And now Barrett, like Wiley said, they're not even going to have a conversation. Boom, I need a raise. Let's go. Boom. Wedge is going to stay behind and watch the bar because Marlene's going to be here. You got to watch over Marlene. Is there anything I'm missing at the end of this? They regroup at the station here. Chadley talking about, I look forward to all the receiving. I think that, here we go.
I think
we do have a scene.
Ahead.
We have a scene at the end here with Barrett. So we're going to catch up with Barrett at the station. We're getting ready for our mission. Biggs is already left. All right, people. Mission starts the moment we board the train. You ready for this? This is your chance to finish up any of your side quests. No, wait. I think that was... Do you have to finish the side quest before you talk to Tifa, right? Or before you talk to Tifa at the bar in the previous chapter? Either way...
We all did it in the previous chapter, so I don't...
Yeah, so I don't know. But, like, there it is. Here we go. So Tifa's starting to worry. Do you think Biggs is on schedule? All we can do is hope. And, so, yeah, we're getting ready. Do you have any notes for this scene? Anybody? Ain't no stopping this train we on, son.
That's
it.
That's the line right
That's it.
there. I think this scene plus the scene before with Barrett, I think you just see he's kind of making a leap of faith on Cloud, and he's willing to give him a shot. He doesn't have a choice, but you see how ready he was to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he's paying attention to what's going on in the slums and what's going on with the crew, and he gets it.
Oh, I was gonna say I only have like a handful of like kind of like quick spitfire notes, mostly just things like it seems like generally speaking, the people in the slums are against Avalanche. It seems like the majority of people in slums when you're walking. Oh, did I freeze? Hello?
Are you good, bro?
Please.
Lee's journal. No, it just seems that it seems like sentiments in the slums are leaning way more in favor of Shinra or against Avalanche at the very least. A lot of people are complaining on the way to the train, which I thought was an interesting detail. A lot of people are like, man, Avalanche has got to stop. They got to address this. I think I didn't record any of the specific lines, but there was like one person who was like, wow, it's nice to see somebody cares about the planet, whereas the rest of the sentiments are basically just like, Shinra's got to stop Avalanche. So I thought that was interesting, as Avalanche is clearly not being stopped and walking to the train to go bomb another reactor. Another thing to note, you guys are going to call me a Biggs Glazer again, but I did make a note that it's interesting that Biggs, the previous night, one of the last things he says to you is how he feels like he has a bad omen for tomorrow.
Yep.
And then immediately, of course, we see what happens with Jesse, with the whispers and everything. Mm-hmm. And in my notes, I just put, dude is just tied to the whispers. Even as early as this point, they just, like, it feels like they've kind of, like, married this idea of, like, hey.
Yeah.
Sorry, what you said?
No, I was going to say, he even says that, oh, man, I can't imagine the mission going on without with one of us missing.
Yeah. No, exactly. Like, it feels like, I'm not saying that he's, like, so we're not like clairvoyant. I don't think he can see the future necessarily, but I do think that there's this weird like feeling he has that might even actually have some basis tied to the whisper. But I don't know. I feel like I got to see more of what they do with him to figure that out. Oh, some of the other notes. I don't think there was too much else. Oh, and Jessie also has a specific comment saying that she feels that the robes were after her. I thought that was interesting. If you keep talking to her, that's one of her optional dialogues. She's like, I can't help but feel that they were after me or something like that. So
yeah, they were going after the members. Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Omnibigs.
I like that. Only thing I like about the massive whisper attack is that Jessie knew that they wanted her as. Like, that was it. She just knew. She was like, all right, this is all about me.
Yeah. So Jessie's out, Cloud's in, mission continues, Destiny's course corrected. And Barrett says an interesting line before boarding the train. Ain't on us. Not us.
Not us.
He's passing the blame. It's definitely not like, so he's deflecting for sure. Like, he's like, I'm not accepting this blame. This ain't on us. We just doing what we got to do. Which again, defense mechanisms, how they cope, all that other stuff. That's what I thought this chapter was really kind of giving us. At least that's what I pulled out from that. I pulled from the Oopsie Daisy, girl. Now we're gonna jump into our rankings.
Well, hold on. I got a conclusion for this too.
Okay, go ahead, man. What you got for me?
I got a little conclusion. So
yeah.
So I mean, so chapter 3 was about like why we doing this, right? Like, who are we doing this for? And chapter 4 kind of goes a little bit deeper. And it asks what happens when the system that raised you is the one that you have to break, right? So, because everyone here is caught in that same pool. Everyone. Jessie was running toward it, trying to save what it's already taken, her dad, right? Cloud stands right in the middle of it. He's trying to decide what he's going to be. And Roche gives himself to it completely. No cause, no anchor, no one to save, just the fire, right? So all three of them are being pulled toward something stronger than they are. All three are getting closer, and that's the danger, because the power doesn't just shape you, get too close, and it starts to strip things away.
Point.
That Roche limit. So your certainty, your identity, your reason, right? It strips everything away until all that's left is what you're willing to lose. And Jesse still has something to lose. Cloud is starting to remember what that feels like. And Roche maybe already has, right? He's already crossed that line. And once you let everything go that grounds you, there's no resistance left. Just momentum, right? And yeah, so then everything sort of becomes a cost. And sooner or later, everybody has to pay that cost. And so that's kind of what we're seeing is they're all moving. They're all, okay. That's
like
about
that,
all I had to
bro.
say.
That's good stuff, man. And like Roche has hit the limit. He's already snapped. He's broke. But hey, man, what's broken can be put back together, right?
I just opened up my calculator.
Do you guys want to go back to that
60
conversation?
times. Hang on, guys. My stream might lag. I just accidentally opened my calculator on my PC like 60 times.
Why?
I put my phone on my keyboard by accident, and then I just hit the calculator button.
Yeah.
And like I just saw
just
for a second. Yeah. There's just so many. I saw my screen flash for a second. There's just calculators everywhere.
Oh man, ain't on us. And then as he says that, two Shinra troopers walk by, play it cool, and then they walk onto the train. We are about to start chapter 5, but that'll be next time, next week maybe. So let's dive in. 2 hour.
Dan, before we do our quick rankings,
what's up, bro? Help me out, man. What's up?
Two things, and this was mostly on me. I forgot to give you the list of
did.
the cavalry. I also, because I realized that I didn't know what to do with the cavalry this time, so I just want to make sure that I do shout out the like at the very least, like we don't have the full list up.
Damn,
but I need
we
to
should
shout
do
out
the cavalry again.
Yeah, dude, we fumbled. I mean, this again should have been me. I should have sent you the list. I just blame Pragmata. So Lieutenant Aerith lives or else. You're the lieutenant. Spartan and Aerith lives or else seem to be having a bit of a comment rivalry. Like they both seem to be going back and forth on that lieutenant. So Spartan, if you're here, not that of course I want anybody to have the chance to be lieutenant, but I do want to point out that if you're going to keep this rivalry going, you're up to bat. Aerith lives or else, if you want to keep the title, get in there. Either way, you have to leave the comment when the video drops if you're unfamiliar. Maybe we'll have an upset and it'll be neither of them this time. For the password, I don't care what your comment is, but I do want it to end with my friend. So that's the password. And I promise that I'm going to make a note, like an alarm on my phone for Wednesday of next week so that I will have the list for you ready that evening so that we can get the proper visual up. So,
He said, I'm not really trying for lieutenant to be honest.
Yeah, well, you are now!
Especially if you comment right now that says my friend.
Get in there, soldier!
Get in there. All right, here we go. Let's take it to the rankings right now. This is going to be a fun one here because I enjoy the chapter overall. I thought it was fun. Like, it had some moments that I actually genuinely laughed out loud. I like the camaraderie. I really enjoyed the very fast, chaotic start meeting Roche, one of my favorite new characters in this new project, the remake project. So there was a lot good going for this chapter. Unfortunately, it hits its Roche limit at the end, doesn't it? It falls apart. It hits the Roche limit at the end, where it falls apart with the whispers. But thankfully, that's not like, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it's necessarily destroys this chapter, what's come before it. I love the pacing of going from that chaotic opening, the mad dash, to just quiet, topside meeting, like just hanging with the crew, building that camaraderie up there, and like really getting attached to these characters, and setting up for future events. I thought that was great. I mean, I overall I really like everything that happens in this chapter, except for the end. And like when it comes down to it, do I put this over Home Sweet Slum? In fact, I think I might have put it Home Sweet Slum over Fateful Encounters. Like I'm not even set on those because those two are so neck and neck that I don't even know.
Are we adhering to the rebirth rule we did, where at some point we all get one reset, like later
Yeah.
into
Oh,
the...
for sure.
Oh, bro, I might be arguing to do multiple resets. I
Yeah.
don't even.
We're gonna be
Like,
we're gonna
it's-
be resetting this thing. I want to make sure
Yeah.
at the end of
Are we?
this,
I like the one reset because it made me feel good.
just one reset. So what I'm gonna say
Alright.
is we're gonna let this thing play out for a little while longer.
Yeah.
And then at the end of this, like right before the final chapter, we'll go in here and say, all right, the great re-rank, you can make some different you can make some changes. You can make some changes, but that's finalized. Because I don't want to sit here and like every week I'm going to be bouncing back and forth here. But
maybe adding to the runtime too.
so I'm going to put Mad Dash at number 4, but just keep in mind that I really enjoy this chapter, so it's probably going to stay. Excuse me. It's probably going to stay pretty, in that spot, and for a while, maybe. We'll see. We'll see what chapter 5 offers us. So I'm gonna put it there, dude. I don't know, honestly. It might go.
Sorry.
It might go in number 2.
Oh, wow.
This is a weird jump. You're jumping around in some weird.
Well, like I said,
Yeah.
these two are so closely tied together. I can't.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Can't really tell you, man. But like, it doesn't feel right at number 2.
So you don't want to separate 2 and 3. So Mad Dash either has to go.
Yeah,
at the end
I don't
or
think it's.
second.
I don't think it sneaks in between. No matter what their order is, it's not going to sneak in
Because
between.
that would imply,
them.
by your logic, that's a 3-way tie.
Yeah, it's not
not.
going to sneak in between. It's either better or not
So-
better.
It's okay. This is some.
All
I like your funny words.
I reserve the right to come back to this at the end of the ranking here. I might give it some more thought. You guys might convince me. All right, let's go over to Excalibro.
Reserve the right to come back to.
I get
Yeah.
Excalibro, it's your turn. Here we
Oh
are.
man, I've been going back and forth on this too. I really thought that I was going to lock this in at number 4, but after doing the analysis and just all the Roche stuff, man,
The Roche
I'm
limit
a
was
really-
so good, dude.
I'm just a big fan of Roche as a character, and I like, dude, I called from the moment that they showed him in a preview. I'm like, good. I'm like, they put him in this to show what happens to soldiers, because in the OG you don't see other soldiers running around. You see black robe dudes. It's not any other soldiers, right? Like, not till you hit Crisis Core do you see, okay, there's a few other dudes. So immediately I was like, they're gonna do something great with this guy. Of course, it didn't go very far in Remake, but as soon as I met him, I was like, all right, like this is a great dynamic. This is a great example of a character who's so far over the top that he can't really come back down before he goes too far, before he goes over the edge. And so I just appreciate everything they do with him as a parallel to Cloud. And so right now I'm eyeballing number 3 for this and putting Home Sweet Slum at number 4. And believe it or not, part of the reason I think that I like this chapter maybe more is the linearity of the chapter gives it more drive, gives it more momentum. There's no part of the pacing that's put in the player's hand so you can slow it down. Like, oh, I got 3 quests to do. I'm going to get up and have some coffee, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no reason to pause. You're in a bike chase, right? Then it slows down for a minute. Then you're walking to a house, but you're exploring, just enough exploration. Then you have an emotional moment. Then you're back into action against Roche. Then you have an escape, right? Then you have the parachute, and then you have this crazy climax, which is, it's ironic that what I'm complaining about is that the climax of the chapter is too big, right? It's ironic, and I see the irony.
Chapter 4.
I see. Yeah,
Maybe
that is part of it. That's part of it. You're touching on that, Lee, and that is part of what bothers me about it. But if you take the chapter on its own, like, it's a good chapter, man.
Yeah,
I mean, you have the beginning, you have these layers being unpacked with Cloud, like we talked about, where the guys are telling what's going on with Jesse, she's not even telling herself. And then later on, Cloud attempts to relate to her, and then he backs off because he's protecting the guys. And you have Jesse's performative aspect coming out as they're getting closer to her home, because she's kind of like her real self is contracting behind her facade. There's a lot of stuff going on with this chapter that I really like. So I'm going to say, put me down for 3. And I'm going to listen to what the rest of what you guys have to say. But I feel pretty good about putting it at 3. I thought for sure.
You're not reserving your right to change this?
I do reserve my right to change it. I want to hear what you guys have to say. But I'm just saying, I thought I was going to put it at 4. I think I'm putting it at 3 for right now.
Okay.
I feel okay with that.
Let's go with Dragon.
Just put it on number 4.
4?
Like,
Okay.
I don't really have. My thing is with this one, there's a couple of factors I feel like that come into play with my decision making here. Up until this point, it's probably one of the more fun to play chapters, in that, you know, it has more gameplay elements going on that are interesting. Narratively, though, this one's probably the weakest for me. I'm not, and I know that that's a bit probably different because, you know, this is the first unique chapter in that nothing here is besides the water tower, which is just a, you know, section that got shifted over into this chapter. But otherwise, nothing here is based on the original game, you know? So
yeah, it's totally new.
Is both cool, but also like, I'm not, like, it's laying down some groundwork for me to care about, you know, Avalanche here, which is nice.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of what's just happening here is just like kind of groundwork. It's not
exposition.
Yeah, like
same as chapter 3. Yeah, it's laying a foundation for things to come.
Same with chapter 3, but I think with chapter 3, it just ironically, I like to play chapter 4 more than I like to play chapter 3. But chapter 3, I think, gave me a bit more interest with the narrative because, I mean, really, these are just kind of like two halves of the same side here. It's like with this chapter, we're getting more exposition to the crew we're going to be spending time with for a lot of the game. Chapter 3 is more exposition to the slums. So it's like the slums or the crew. But I think that the slums is a bit more interesting because really what that one does is gives us Tifa, who is much more integral to the overall plot. Whereas, you know, like these characters, while it's great to have Biggs and Jesse and Wedge fleshed out, like they're not as significant to the plot at large. So, you know, if it's between the two, it's like, am I going to care more about exposition and bonding with Tifa or with these 3? That's all. Like, I feel like they're kind of just, it really is two halves of the same idea and design philosophy, exposition and bonding you to these characters and places. I just think for me, 3 did it a little better.
Legend Gary says chapter 4 is definitely in the top 18 of this game.
So true.
Yeah.
So
Guaranteed.
true.
Lock that in right now.
It's such an interesting, you bring up a good point, or you bring up an interesting point here when I'm talking about like,
That's good.
yeah, I mean, it's a good,
No, I don't even know what the point
interesting
was.
point.
No, what was it? What was
No,
I don't even know what the point was.
it piqued my interest because I'm like, that's where it's I'm getting the hang up, right? Well, Mad Dash is fun. Like, it is a fun gameplay from a gameplay perspective. It's a lot of fun to do the battle against Roche.
Arguably the most fun, I would say, at this point.
Yeah.
It's like chapter 1.
Chapter
Right.
1.
I said arguably, which is why, like, yeah, because chapter 1,
Yeah.
you could argue is, I think that this one's more, I don't know if exciting's the word, varied is the best word.
You
This
have
one's
variety.
more
Yep.
varied.
Yeah, this is the first time we get another boss fight since
you get another boss
chapter
fight.
1, and this was
You
a
have the
one
G-bike,
yeah,
or the G-bike. You have the bike.
yeah. The bike,
you
and
know,
then
like
the one-on-one versus Roche, the 1v1.
You get a summon for the first time.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
like
true.
this one is more varied. So I can personally say it is more than chapter 1 from a gameplay perspective. Like, just playing this is more fun for me than chapter 1.
Fair.
But
I'm
you know,
gonna
like,
say there are much better Tifa moments coming up, but there are no better Roche moments coming up. So
Yeah, it's true.
that's part of what edges it out for me as slightly higher, because it's like it's creating anticipation, and it's laying groundwork, like you said, Lee. It's laying the foundation for all these different things, and it's two sides of the same coin. One of them is building home, and the other one is pulling it in a little bit tighter to the crew, right? It's like you're settling into where everybody lives, and you're meeting the neighborhood, and you're feeling comfortable with where you're at. And now it's about like, well, these are the guys that you were cut off from because of the way that you're coming across. You're coming across as cut off, and one of them has come to you in secret and asked for help, and the other two show up anyway. And so it's an opportunity to bond with these guys on a different level. And I'm gonna say, Lee, I can't believe that if there's one chapter in the whole, I mean, listen, man, you picked chapter 5 as your number 1 in Rebirth.
Contextual? No, it wasn't my overall favorite.
Listen, there is no chapter in either of the two games so far that has skydiving, and you put this last, bro.
It's true.
Okay.
The man that has jumped
now,
out of more airplanes than he has landed.
In Lee's defense, if they would have let you have the sticks to kind of swore.
That would have been game over. Hang on. Even before the skydiving point,
I'm just messing with you, bro.
No. But I will say this: even before the skydiving point, in my mind, after I made my own argument about why I put 4 in lag, right after you typed it out and then we moved on to you guys talking again, I was like, nah, it's probably 3rd. I just think that the gameplay on this one trumps it out for me over 3. Because now that I'm thinking about it, 3 is just kind of a bunch of hollow side quests. Not like they're not necessarily bad. They're just very light. There's not really much like
it's not a lot of action.
They're not terribly interesting.
You have to go out of your way to fight anything in chapter 3, really. You know?
Right. Like you can technically make chapter 3 much shorter by not doing them, you know? Like,
it's kind of like interesting because I sit here and I think about, okay, well what if chapter 3 didn't exist? You know, like what if it was just a very quick, like at the end of the mad dash you get back and you can do some side quests or whatever. And I was like, no, I feel like both of these chapters are pretty important in what they're trying to set up and what they're trying to do.
Yeah, I mean, it needs to be there.
Yeah, it's like it needs to be there. But like you guys you bring out the side quests, and the side quests, they're not. Yeah, I agree. They're not very like really interesting. Like
they're not compelling.
They're not action oriented. Yeah. It's like one side. It's go fight this one.
Yeah, because
Drake. Go fight these 5 rats. Yeah,
go fight
and you get a really good. You get the
talk to Chadley.
You get the meat. You know, you get the actual depth of the interaction between Cloud and Tifa in this chapter. Like in the previous chapter, I mean,
you get the flashback and you get the payoff.
Exactly. I mean, you get the I feel trapped or whatever, but it's mostly just Cloud not responding to those signals, and like you're mostly getting like a one-sided conversation, whereas like you're really getting the payoff in this chapter. And it does have me like, the only thing that I look at Home Sweet Slum and I say, I have a really hard time ranking anything above it because of that. And I keep coming back to it. Maybe that's just unfair. Maybe that's just not right. That's not what I should be doing. But I keep coming back to being able to tilt up, look at the freaking, I'm like, dude. And then of course we know what that does to me, but it's like iconic, man. And like being able to walk the slums, like, I mean,
it's the chapter where you get to pick Tifa's dress. There's a lot of stuff that happens that's meaningful. No, I mean, like Lee was talking about the big Tifa chapter. It really is a big Tifa chapter. This is where she basically is like, hey, like let's go out and have fun.
Yeah, you
like,
do get
like I'm excited. Tell me how to dress up. I want to make it special. Like, it is a good chapter, man. Like the thing is like we can complain and pick things apart about some of these chapters, but there's a lot of good material in all of them. Like whatever,
swap it back.
Yeah, I mean, like whatever your opinion is it's fine. Like
it's fine. I'm just sitting here.
No shade at all, bro.
No, not at all. I'm just like, is it gameplay? Because I mean, it's, even story wise, I liked Mad Dash. Story wise, I liked Roche. I liked those interactions between Cloud and Tifa before, like the night before. The whispers, like that was a really good conversation where Cloud actually recalls the memory and like, or the promise. It was a good interaction, a good payoff. Man, I sat here and I made a big deal about not like putting anything in between, but I think I might.
I think the issue with making this so hard is that it really is just 2 chapters doing the same thing, just for different purposes.
One's zoomed out.
You know
and
what's
one's
funny?
zoomed in.
What's funny is that I knew this going into the review, that the first 4 chapters were going to be difficult. First 3 chapters I thought were going to be like real. I mean, like I knew that chapter 1's going to be my favorite. Spoiler alert, it's going to stay up there at number 1 the entire show, like series. I'm gonna be honest with y'all right now. Ain't nothing topping that.
Like
nothing topping that.
You don't even have to defend that position. Like it just makes sense.
That's
Yeah,
it.
see, I'm not sure what I when I think back on this game, I know which, and it hasn't come up yet.
Okay.
Like, I know
Ooh.
which chapter
Yeah.
is my favorite in the scope of like when I think back on this game. But I don't know.
To find out. Like,
Yeah, I'm ready to find out. I'm ready to find out. No
yeah,
future
Chad,
memories
leave
on the
a comment.
ranking.
Guess which chapter it is.
Yeah.
It's
chapter 5. No, it's probably
fishing
not.
fishing for engagement. It's definitely
Light
the
the
sewer.
way. It's definitely lighting the lamps. I knew it.
So no, but there is a chapter I have in mind as being my favorite one. We've yet to reach it, and but that being said, I don't know if I would have thought of 2 as being my favorite so far.
Yeah,
And that's a
crazy.
hard one for me to shake right now, because it's honestly, I thought it was just a bridge. I was like, oh yeah, like that one is just, its purpose is to get me from chapter 1 to chapter 3. Like what is chapter 2 really doing? And then you see what it's doing, and what Remake chapter 2 is the first example of the Remake project showing itself in such a positive light, whereas I feel like chapter 4 is the first chapter where I'm like, man, the criticisms I have for the Remake project are really starting to come to light.
Yeah.
Like, in just like within a few chapters of themselves, the Remake project is both. But that being said, I only think I view chapter 2 so highly because I have the context of Rebirth behind it. I don't know what I would have thought of it at the time, because I even said during that episode, man, I did not like this at all. Like, when Cloud and Sephiroth interact, I hated that when I first played Remake. I was like, you should not be here, sir. Get the hell off my screen. Like,
he shouldn't be there, but man,
it confused me, and it disturbed me, but not in the way that it's like, wow, like I'm disturbed because Sephiroth's here. I was like, what are you doing? what are you doing to my game?
So going over to Fire Go Fighter. Like he hasn't given me his official thing, but he told me that listen, Matt, anything with whispers in it goes below. So I was like, all right, cool. So I'm just gonna place it here for now, and we're gonna update it again next week when I hear from him. But I have already.
I was like, he's the only one who the list can kind of change.
Yeah,
He has a little bit more flexibility.
He actually told me, because like last week, remember, we didn't have an official answer from him. Like I was a little confused in his wording, and he told me it was 1, 3, 2, and then I'm gonna put 4 right there. But of course that could change. But yeah, he was like, no, it's definitely 1, 3, 2, 4. Is what he told me, and then that sets our official ranking at the moment to number 1, Destruction of Mako Reactor 1, and then Chapter 2, 4, and then 3, which seems about right. That seems right. And then that's that right now. Again, I didn't put up the oh, hey, there goes the cavalry.
Hey, my friends.
And my friends. I didn't put up the poll again this week, or survey or whatever, which I hate not doing that, because I love hearing back from you guys. I love hearing your thoughts on the chapters and stuff. But thankfully, you guys have been awesome in chat, and we've been keeping up with you guys. This one went off the rails. All right, this one was a little crazy. I wasn't expecting.
The longest episode, is it not?
Was not expecting 3.5
hours.
hours. There's no way this was gonna be 3.5 hours. But I did say in that comment, when I said this one's only gonna be our shortest one, and then parentheses, come back to this comment when we're after the 3 hours. We did it, boys.
Dude,
we did it.
I'm impressed by our
somehow.
Yap.
We're gonna have more than 69 hours of analysis for Remake, bro. I don't even.
Well, it's 18 chapters, right?
Yeah.
So here's the thing. All right, honest feedback, guys. We can handle it. Just let us know if we rambled a little too much. Just let me know. I'm cool with that. I'll put the survey up. I'll have like a little feedback thing. So let me know if we went on, if you enjoyed the conversation, you enjoyed the banter between us. We had some fun with this one. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this analysis and review. We're not going to be doing the story time reaction tonight because I got to go to bed. But the yap is what we're here for. Is what Spartan says.
Well, that's
okay?
what he said
awesome.
he's here for.
That's what he's here
I
for.
mean, it'd be really funny if the immediate comment after is like, the yap is not what I'm here
Yeah,
for.
that was... Yo, boy, your analysis was longer than me beating this chapter at 100%. Like just doing me beating the freaking training course.
Dude, Dan, you didn't even see
Man.
what was happening in chat. We need to yap more, apparently.
Longer
Dan,
than
you didn't even see
Wired
what was
said,
happening
can't
in
wait for a
chat.
24-hour banger. Woo.
that chapter
Right.
18
Oh, yeah.
analysis, y'all.
Dude,
Listen, we'll set the day aside. We'll get snacks, food. I'm gonna
Yeah,
have
just like we did with
something to pee in. I don't know what I'm gonna pee in yet.
Hey, just like we did with that
Something
chapter
to
4 analysis, man, where we went like 8 hours, 9 hours, or something like that. We'll get
Yeah.
Tyler to draw again for that long.
Right?
I do, I forgot what was his. Oh, right. Yeah. During the chat, I might need to do an inside hype with you because
Okay.
at one point during one of our ramblings, I went on a side quest with chat where we were talking about life altering injuries.
Wow.
or like injuries that might be responsible for the way I am. So, well, because I forgot who it was, but at some point we were talking about like injuries, and I mentioned something about like
Yeah.
when I fell off a balcony. And somebody was like, "Oh, that explains so much about you, Lee." I'm like, "Yeah,
Thanks.
yeah, it does." And then so it's like,
That's
whenever
messed
we were
up.
going back and forth, I'm like, "I think I'll just do an inside. I'll have Dan inside hype, where
Yeah.
I'll share every injury
Hey,
I've
man,
ever had."
record yourself doing an inside hype and then send it to me, and we'll
Just
upload
be like,
it.
"Hey guys,
Wait,
hey guys,
you have admin access. Just don't
That
make
is
it
true.
go.
I could just upload.
Don't make
make
it
it
go
regret it.
public until I watch it. But yeah,
Yeah, of course.
or not public, but unlisted, and then you share the link. That's what we do.
Yeah.
That's what
I'm
we
just-
do.
yeah. Hey,
Make it
guys,
unlisted,
You guys
send the
actually
link with
want
me.
that? Do you guys just want me to
Yeah.
just ramble about like every
Little
time I
inside
got
hype.
hurt and it was funny? Because these guys can tell you, I've told stories and I get hurt a lot and it's pretty funny. But
I mean, I haven't laughed at it, so funny is subjective, but I think Lee thinks it's funny, and that's where the
It's
humor is
fun.
going to come from when he tells the story. So
Yeah. that's
Right,
true.
it-
Well, speaking of story and telling one, if you are not a Patreon subscriber or YouTube membership right here on the YouTube channel, now's the time, okay? Because I'm going to remind you one more time, because I know how much time and work and effort and thought and love was put into this story that Wiley's telling. So I want to make sure that eyes get on it, man. I want eyes on this story. It's already published. So all you have to do is go to patreon.com/warriors of hype. You can sign up for the Bringers of Hype tier, and you get story time with Excalibro. And this month, he writes one every month, by the way. This month, we have an isekai where the boys get transported over into the Final Fantasy VII Remake universe, the Shinra Tower, and we may have inadvertently caused some of the things that happen in the game. And it's going to be hilarious. I read the first 2 paragraphs and I had to stop. And I said, we are going to react to these.
He not only stopped,
first 2
he
paragraphs,
immediately
that's-
called me.
Dude, I got to the point where Vinny slaps Lee, and I said, nope,
okay,
I gotta stop. Vinny slaps Lee, and he said it was the way you worded it was so funny. It was. It was.
I know what you're talking about.
What did you say?
I think
It
I
was
gotta read the
a.
first 2 paragraphs. I gotta read
It
up
was
to that
precise.
point.
I'll
It was.
say that way.
But it was precise. Oh yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, it was. It's so funny. I was laughing, and I was like, wait, no, we gotta react to this story. So I've told I've told Lee and Vinny not to read the story, so that way we can react to it. Anyways, that's up
Nice.
there now, and you get that along with some great ones where all the Sids from Final Fantasy meet up at an airport. That's funny too. Red, in the snow. Good stuff.
That was a tearjerker.
There's a little tearjerker story. A lot of different styles of writing going on every month. So hey, that's
Some
why
horror in there.
story time with Excalibro. That's where you can get it right there on patreon.com/warriors of hype. Now, that is the end of our show. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next week because we're definitely going to be doing Chapter 5. I don't know, guys. We had talked about doing Chapter 5 and 6 double feature.
I don't think we should do it. I don't think... if this was any indicator, I don't think we should be combining chapters. I don't even know how the hell we even remotely considered the idea of doing 2 chapters in one. You're laughing, but man,
Yeah, it's crazy.
Who do we think we are? Whose idea was it? We can do 2 chapters in one. Chapter 4 is it's a very, very short, simple, linear chapter. We can do it very quick.
I say, guys, we knock out 4 or 5 at the same time.
Yeah, we'll knock out 4 or 5 at the same time. Well, we can't even knock out 1 in a reasonable amount of time. We can't even do... We almost had to make this a 2-parter. How the hell... This is like an hour-long chapter. What is wrong with us?
Oopsie daisy.
Oopsie daisy.
Oopsie daisy. Yeah, no, that ain't. I don't think a double feature is gonna happen. So hey, we'll be back with Chapter 5.
I don't know how we even...
I mean, we'll find something to make out of Chapter 5. We'll see. Now, we'll see you next week for that one. Maybe a Hypecast Tuesday. We'll see how it goes. All right, everybody. You take care now. Bye-bye then.